Well,
We didn't clap.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Damn it. Okay, you're on speaker. My technical issue was actually just that my alarm clock's it's weird. Like I set my big alarm for 2:30, or sorry for 2, and then I set my phone alarms for 2:30 and 2:45, and then I woke up square at 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
None of that shit went as planned.
That's how it goes.
Is it how it goes? Is that normal?
I mean, sometimes.
I feel like it's because I went to bed at 11, like a.m. this morning. I just planned to take a nap and then do the podcast, but that actually happened last week, and that's why we missed last week.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I would just take a nap and then clock in, but I wildly overslept.
I mean, apparently you were tired.
Yeah, real tired.
So what's been up? I feel like we haven't done this thing in like 6 months.
Yeah, it's been at least 4 weeks, which
That's
feels
crazy.
like a giant amount of time.
Well, this is our season finale right here.
Really? We won't do another one before Christmas?
I mean, in 2 weeks that'll be Christmas Eve, so nah.
What's this? Oh God, Rona. What's a season? I guess fall's a season. Fall's wrapping up. Wait, is it? Doesn't fall technically end on like January 20th or something retarded like that?
No, it was November 22nd, I believe.
Okay.
Put us into winter.
Okay. Some kind of solstice.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest thing is that I actually went out and saw some family since we've talked.
Gross.
Yeah.
Family? What the hell is that for?
Well, my mom was concerned for me because I've been having all the mental health issues this year, and she sent me some money to get my rent caught up, and she wanted to see me for Thanksgiving, and I came technically before Thanksgiving, and so that the cats can meet the dog and see if that would be okay if I had to leave this apartment and move back in with my mom to make sure that I could keep the dog. And it seemed like Mom fucking loved the dog. My mom's the type of person who could talk to a fucking rock if it was sitting there for long enough. And so when I'm sitting around and she's talking, I can't possibly process all the words she's saying. But the dog sees somebody talking and almost kind of responds. Arthur
Gotcha.
will follow my mom around while she's doing literally anything. And if she's talking, he'll perk his ears up and do dog shit. And she fucking died for that. She loved that so much. She gave my dog everything that she could possibly fucking feed it, including... They had a turkey that was gonna she said she bought a turkey that was probably not gonna make it till Monday, but I think she just actually wanted to cook Thanksgiving dinner and was making excuses. But after she roasted the turkey, she had a pan of drippings, and Arthur ate that, and the next day he had like
The craziest diarrhea ever?
well, he threw up twice.
Oh.
It was such a hard vomit that I actually thought someone threw a water balloon on the floor.
Gross.
And I was taking calls, and I couldn't take him out. And it's like I'm only clocked in for 2 hours at a time between breaks. But yeah, he went off into the corner and farted so hard it fucking scared the shit out of me. Like, and it scared the shit out of him too. He didn't have that much poop come out, but just just like it was not a dog's fart. It was
You ever fart so hard that you scare yourself?
yeah. He was bugging me for a bit, and then he just walked away and fucking sharted on the floor. And, like, the fart rip was so fucking loud, dude. Shook the fucking table. I thought there was a grown man in my apartment.
I'm sorry, am I back there?
It's like, dude, I ripped ass. No, it's my dog back there feeling kind of sick. But he was cool by like 4-ish. You know, once he had the big massive fart out, he took. It was kind of sad to see because like I see it in myself a lot where you sit down and you think this is gonna be a big shit, but then not enough shit comes out, so you're just kind of on the toilet waiting for more shit, and then eventually you give up. Yeah, but I saw that in a dog. Like. He's just out there on the side of the road squatting and looking at me, and he's like, "Dude, it's fucked up in here, man. There's gonna be some more shit, I promise." And it never came for him.
Well,
poor bastard.
Hopefully one day it will, or he'll die, and that's a bad thing.
He's pooped a lot since then. He's a fucking poop factory. Makes.
Should have just named him Poop Factory.
I would have if I knew that half of his body weight would be pooped every day.
Well, maybe you just change his name then.
From Arthur Morgan to Poop Factory.
Or maybe it's just Arthur Poop Factory Morgan.
Poop poop. Come here, poop poop. You'll respond to anything as long as it has dog inflection. Yeah, there you go. Come here, poop poop.
Dog inflection.
I mean, that's what's up, man. Talk to a dog like it's a dog and it acts like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
He actually didn't poop that much yesterday. I was very surprised. I think it's because he needs more exercise. He's trying to run on walks more. We need to take him over to some place to run. Probably take him to John's or something.
Yeah, take him to like a high school track.
That could work. So my mom's house doesn't have a fence, but she has a yard, and I did the experiment where I let my dog not be on the leash.
Did he run away?
No, as long as he was in line of sight, I could tell him. He was like, "Hey man, come back," and he'd come back. We had trouble pooping the first day we were out there. It was like he was trying not to break away too much, and he kind of needed like. I don't know if you've probably experienced this. Sometimes if you have a bad diet and you don't exercise much, you don't need to poop that bad. But then if you go and do some exercise, it's like you've moved your shit around and you need to poop, and it's a good poop.
Oh man, that's not even like a thing where you have a bad diet and all that. That's just when you exercise, you tend to work everything through. That's just how it goes.
It's magnificent.
Yeah.
But he was staying so close to me the first day that he wasn't pooping much. But then finally I got him to start running across the yard and doing all that shit and going as far as he could, test his boundaries, and then come back. And then after he ran a little bit, he shit like 4 times.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, he just needed to run.
He ran so fast that all the poop in his intestines slid backwards.
That might be,
perfect.
His ass can pick up his feet, dude. Like, it's kind of intimidating because I've been in the house and he runs at me and jumps at me while I'm in a rolling chair, and sometimes he pushes me into shit. But yeah, just out on some property, you see this dude running at you from like a block away. He's coming in hot. He's a heavy dog.
Well, yeah. He's a big old boy.
Yeah, he's half pit bull, man. He's a little taller than Goose. He's not that big, but you still don't want to catch the whole thing at one time.
Yeah. That's dogs for you.
He's got strong muscles. That's most of his weight, is that he's not that tall, but he's half pit bull.
Dense. He's a dense boy.
Super thick. He's a super thick boy.
Thick.
Well, that was one of the items. What did you do 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Well, of course, there was Thanksgiving where I sat in my apartment by myself, and I don't really remember what I did. The same thing I do all the time, so nothing different. I guess I watched YouTube videos.
Jesus.
Yeah, wasn't gonna go do any family shit because, you know, my brothers have kids that are in school and all that nonsense, and some of the anti-mask nonsense. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna sit here and eat a bunch of garbage and watch YouTube videos.
Are the children anti-maskers?
uh, I don't, I don't think so. Like, all of my brothers believe in conspiracy theory stuff, like, slightly, just in different, like, genres, I guess. So I don't really know exactly where Matt stands on all that. Um, but I don't know. So I was just not going to risk it because either way, kids be hanging out at school coughing in each other's mouths. I remember doing that. I don't feel like dealing with that nonsense. That's the main reason I don't go over to John's and stuff because, well, Audrey deals with those kids coughing in each other's mouths. Maybe they're coughing in her mouth. I don't want to deal with that. So I will not watch that. I saw that pop up and I'm like, I fucking hate Trisha Paytas so much. So much. Like, I watched the fucking David Dobrik channel and shit, which is weird in itself, and she was like a big part of that for a while, and I'm like, I hate this bitch. She needs to get out of here. And then she started popping up on H3, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I fucking hate her so much.
Well, she had beef with H3. That was my only exposure to her, was that she had like some pseudo mild beef, and I just dismissed her because it was like, she's dumb. She sounds like she has ringworms. I don't need to listen to her.
Wow, that's a good insult. I like that. Put that on rare insults.
But she came up on the Frenemies thing. I've been watching the Frenemies, and I like it a lot. It's the perfect amount of non-drama. And they had Dr. Drew on to talk about relationships and addiction, and she, like, it turns out, not only is she retarded, but Trisha Paytas actually mentally insane. She actually has a lot of PTSD and a lot of mental issues that make her so volatile. And she disassociates when she goes into those states where she's being very fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's just hearing her talk on the H3 podcast was always like, holy, there's like, how is she a real person? How is she real?
And her vagina's on the internet. That's fun.
Sure. If you're into that kind of thing.
Well, I mean, it came up on the podcast. It's like, yeah, my pussy's on Twitter. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll look at it. You know what, man? Like, the Frenemies podcast is a lot of fun sometimes. It's in a weird spot because it's like they fight and she's so outlandish and outrageous, and then people try to take her seriously, and I don't really want to see people fight all the time. But I like the episodes where they don't fight, and I'm waiting for it. It just gets my adrenaline a little bit up there. And she's a kind-hearted person. It's not like she's evil. She's just stupid.
Yeah, but that goes back to what I was saying slightly earlier about how lack of intelligence drives me fucking insane.
The people coming to defend her in the comments is what drives me insane. Is because I realize that there's a cult of people who are stupid and then finds being volatile and loud and miserable to be reasonable.
Yeah.
And how people should act. And I got too much of that on the set of Scandalous Tales, which, like, if somebody was doing that and being volatile and dramatic and trying to start shit and not making sense, you know, they're all black and gay. So if the straight white guy comes in and is just like, "You're being a fucking idiot right now," they could also call me a racist. So I had to just watch a lot of that.
Yeah.
It was miserable.
Yep, that does not sound like fun.
Nope. Nope. Neither is this election cycle. And neither is being Trisha Paytas' friend, because I don't think it's a coincidence that she makes her craziest like reaction videos without her makeup and in her car. There's so much about there's so much like when she's really going off the rails, she really looks like a mental patient. She looks
Yeah, I
like
haven't watched a whole lot of her visually because I mostly just listened to her on the H3 podcast is where I got most of the whatever. Her. Hate it.
well, she does makeups to the nines all the time when she's coming on camera on purpose. And then she'll just make all these videos where her makeup is either not on at all or on weird parts of her face and she's in her pajamas. And it looks like Christina P's TikTok. Yeah, she's unstable. But yeah, I would recommend Frenemies. That her and Ethan actually have a weirdly good chemistry. Me and Ethan are both Tourette's patients, and we both look kind of unstable anyway. And then I don't know. It's nice to see him deal with somebody that I couldn't deal with. He's very patient with her. But
Yeah. I've seen that with a lot of his guests, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't host a podcast with her. She's too much. I don't have the mental energy to be patient with someone like that anymore.
Yeah. We've become old men that don't want to deal with that bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expend any energy I don't have to, which is why I'm a lazy, unproductive person. I don't have the discipline for it.
Well, get good, scrub.
Bruh, I'm not even in a chair right now. I'm laying in bed. I didn't even turn off the air conditioner for this. There could be some background noise.
Maniac.
I know.
All right. So what else has been up?
I missed 2 weeks of work due to the ice storms, which was just before we stopped podcasting, but that lack of money is causing problems now. I texted my apartment, said I was going to come up and sign my promise to pay by the end of the week, and then on like Wednesday they sent me my papers. I have an eviction notice right now. I actually have a court date.
Damn, son.
I know, right? And then I went up to talk to that bitch, and she didn't know anything about anything. Remember how I cleaned up the apartment and was waiting for an inspection, and then they kind of forgot about it?
Yeah.
The same lady forgot that I was going to come up and sign papers to promise to pay. And I think that the same lady might forget about us having a court date, but I mean, they seem to be okay with the fact that I have a court date, but I also had to pay the court fees regardless. I don't know. I recorded I put on my, like a good filmmaker, I put on my mic and recorded my conversation with them that they understood that I had an agreement to come up to pay and all that shit, so I might just go to court and fight it. But I have an eviction notice that's gone to court, so either they're going to drop it or I'm going to go move in with my mom, but I haven't talked to her yet about that. But yeah, that's the ice storms really fucked me over, man. But up to the call center had 6 or 7 cases of COVID that month. So it didn't seem like a smart move to go back to work on site either.
Yeah. That's fucked.
Yeah, I missed 2 weeks of work. Like, that's all the money. That's a whole paycheck. But everyone else has been pretty patient about it. I've got most of my bills moved back. It's just the apartment and that crazy lady that runs this place now. But I don't know. I might be moving out of here soon and going to live with. I might have a proper eviction on my record, and I'll be going to live with mom for a bit, which would be good for me. I'm not doing good over here. I just kind of stay up late playing video games and drinking too much, and I miss a lot of work anyway. Just feeling sick all the time. I probably need to go and get a lot of shit together. So getting evicted wouldn't be the worst thing, but it sucks to have like a legal eviction on your record, because the only way you can clear that up is if the person who files the eviction notice expunges it. So I'd have to deal with them after this, and that, like I said, that lady is so fucking out of her mind. She can't keep a date on a calendar for anything. It probably never get expunged.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, but I'll fight it. I'll take the shit up there. I think my court date's the 16th. That's not bad.
Oh no, that's right now!
Is it? Or is it in 4 days?
It could be one of those two.
Could be either one.
Yeah? I don't even know.
So what's up with you?
Well, nothing as exciting as you.
You're not getting evicted from your apartment?
No.
Oh, man.
I have to live here until September at least.
Damn.
Yeah. And then we'll see.
September's for fucking ever away.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Of course, it doesn't matter anymore.
That's very true.
I was thinking about that if I had to move to Okmulgee, what's the difference between me moving to Okmulgee a couple of years and there being a quarantine? Like, I see John.
None?
I see John twice a week.
They're the same picture.
Yeah. I see John twice a week. I don't see you at all. Filmmaking has stopped completely.
Yeah.
I don't have an editing rig anymore, so I can't work on anything on the side.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing's fucked. It doesn't really matter where I live. I could live underground in a hole, and I would have, I might come up for air twice a week, go smoke a cigar with John, and then go back in the hole. Like, it's fucking pointless, all of it. Even working for shit, I don't understand. I mean, I know I have to have a job and I have to pay bills and shit, and it's good to have money and move forward and shit, but I'm not going up in this workplace. I don't think I'll have another workplace after this. I don't know what I would do for a job if something happened to this job. I don't have any prospects or ability to go back to school to get a better job. The whole thing is just fucking stupid. Just the whole, yeah. It's hard to feel like there's any reason to have ambition at all. It's completely pointless. I'm not gonna do anything good with my time, for sure. I'm not gonna. I mean, even the level of filmmaking that I was doing before the pandemic, it was kind of pointless. It was just kind of like hobbyist shit. And I was becoming a better filmmaker, but man, it just feels like I should have become a better filmmaker 10 years ago or something. All of it's kind of pointless. It's not like I'm gonna go get a job doing videography with anybody. Yeah, so I might as well go back to Okmulgee, or go to Okmulgee.
I mean, whatever helps you get your life the way you want it.
Probably cocaine. It's probably time to escalate to a different drug. Maybe alcohol isn't doing it. Should probably focus on uppers.
I mean, it's the way that it sounds is, I think that you should look into talking to a doctor, yo. Getting some antidepressants.
Well, with our sponsor, BetterHelp.com, you can get help Anytime, 24 hours a day.
Hashtag not sponsored.
It's so much easier to improvise the stamps.com.
Yeah. I don't hear a lot of people shilling for BetterHelp anymore. The Sincast does, but that's really the only one that I know about.
Yeah, I hear them sometimes on Theo Von or something. They're not a big sponsor. They go to small places.
Yeah.
If you listen to enough comedian podcasts, you'll hear them sometimes.
Yeah. I only really hear about like MeUndies and Storyblocks and Mac Weldon.
The Mac
Those are
Weldon
kind of the
was
ones.
weird. It caught me off guard the first time I heard a Mac Weldon ad because I was like, who the fuck is selling fancy clothes?
Yeah. Well, then you hear shit like Robinhood, you know, for your stocks or whatever. And like they're like different shit to, oh, you want to consolidate your credit card debt? Like
Well, everybody needs micromodal, so that makes sense. So
micromodal.
Oh yeah. It's the best tasting underwear you can get. But
Delicious.
I'm not
Just ask your mom.
I'm not investing in Robinhood.
I'm not. Pretty much any sponsor a podcast throws at me, I'm probably not going to do anything with. Honey was the one that I did because it's free. And they save you money. It's like free money. That's what the Honey people said. Hashtag not sponsored.
If I had money, I would participate in more of them. If I was buying a mattress, I might use one of their Sattva codes. I don't know. If I was buying fancy linens, I might use Brooklinen. If I was going to trade stocks, I might use Robinhood.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of those things either.
Yeah, they're selling
You're selling rich people things.
Yeah, I don't need any of that, man. I don't do that stuff.
Oh, I did look into what the hell's it called? Something fresh. The food one.
How'd that go?
It's super expensive. It's like, this is not worth it at all. I'm like trying to compare these things to like what my normal, like how much I would have to buy for a month, and it's like, nope, this is dumb. This is way too much money.
Yeah, that's HelloFresh.
HelloFresh, that's what it is.
My sister did Blue Apron and said it was nice, and then I remember asking her how much that cost, and I was like, you could eat so much better than that.
Yeah.
If you
It's
just
like
bought
$15 a meal. It's like, so you're telling me $45 a day?
Yeah, that's stupid. You know what I did do is I did buy the Raycons, and I was pretty happy with them. But
Oh yeah.
when I put in, I think I did Philip DeFranco's code. When I put in the order code, like the window refresh, and it didn't apply the coupon.
Oh yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah, it's just like their website wasn't taking their special stupid codes, so I just ordered it without the discount, and nobody got any credit.
Damn, what's Philip DeFranco gonna do?
Probably plug BetterHelp, because that's one of the places I heard the BetterHelp ad.
I know that like BetterHelp made a big push, like initially whenever they first started, and then there was stuff going around about their contracts being like, oh, these people don't even have to actually be therapists or whatever.
Yeah,
which turned out to just be legal jargon so that they were covering their asses in case something crazy happened. But, you know.
Yeah, they had that big push, and then the quick blowback, and then it seemed like they cleared it up, but then they did not go as hard.
Yeah.
The second wave.
Well, I think most people were just like, you caused us to have issues here, man. Because all the people that, like, were sponsored by them were, like, getting talked about constantly. Like, oh, these guys are shilling BetterHelp, which is fake and blah blah blah.
Yeah, they
So
and I think that they've picked up as sponsors again, but like they sponsored H3H3 and Buggy2988, and those are two people that are going through therapy and not really using BetterHelp, and then they had those like, I had to talk to my audience, honest conversations.
yeah.
Whatever. I mean, if you're getting therapy, you're getting therapy. I mean, that's all a pseudoscience anyway. Freud tried to fuck his mom. Psychology's not real. Trump 2024. So who cares?
Gross. Everything you just said, I hate it.
Yeah. That last string of sentences was gross.
You're a monster.
Well, it's great that you can say a bunch of outrageous shit and then end it on Trump 2024.
I mean, that's true. That is a good punctuation for anything dumb you want to say.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. I'm about to say something really bad.
And then everybody's like, oh, okay. I get it.
I'm about to really upset the entire room here. Trump 2024.
Yeah.
Funny shit.
Funny shit indeed.
All right, so that's the big, those are the big items that have happened. I don't go anywhere and I don't do anything, so there's not a lot of opportunity for crazy events.
Yeah. I've just been working on the railroad all the livelong day.
I have to move into video games then. Last time we had talked about Assassin's Creed Valhalla and the Bethesda-ness of it.
Yeah.
And how it's a buggy game and Assassin's Creed's a terrible franchise. But I've actually grown to enjoy it a lot, despite the fact that we are in Chapter 2 of this game, because we spent so much time trying to 100% it before moving on to next parts of the story quest.
Oh, that's the wrong way. Unless it makes it so you can't go back, I guess.
Yeah, see, so that's his concern, is that he doesn't want to wind up locked out of any loot.
Yeah.
But all the online walkthroughs and all the evidence we've seen playing the game points to the fact that a lot of the loot is quest locked. And there's definitely no changes to the map due to the quest. So we've, as far as collectibles go, I think like 7 out of the 10 regions we've looted 100%, minus the things that are quest locked. Because it's Assassin's Creed, there's a list of people we have to assassinate. We've assassinated everybody who does not physically appear in a quest, including I've killed all of the Knights of the Templar, which were pretty difficult fights. So that's the annoying way that we're playing it. But yeah, I'll have to say that I've actually been having a lot of fun. This is probably the best Assassin's Creed game I've ever played.
Hey, that's what John said as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised by it. It's not that bad to go and do a bunch of shit. It is buggy as fuck. It's got a lot of Bethesda problems, but it's not that bad to go and do all the quests. It's not just looting random shit. There's the items that you can do in each region are broken into wealth, mysteries, and artifacts. And there's 7 different types of artifacts to collect. There's like 10 different types of mysteries that you can do. And then the wealth is like all armor and runes and abilities and nice advancement shit. So doing all of the things is rewarding for your character and for your gameplay. And there's a large variety of stuff to do. And the combat's simple. It grows on you. There's a parry mechanic. There's a dodge mechanic. And then there's a strike and a heavy strike. The stamina's not very concerning. But it's really easy, and that's part of the big reason. One reason that I've been able to kill all the bosses that are way higher level than us is that John bought the collector's edition of it, so Ubisoft gave him some dope purchasable gear, which it's upsetting that exists, that there's gear that you can purchase outside of gameplay. But yeah, we had pretty good gear, and the combat system's easy enough that I could... The only challenge for killing somebody who's twice your level is that you don't do very much damage and they do a lot of damage, but if you don't fuck up, then you can do that. You can kill those people. You just gotta be absolutely perfect.
Huh.
Yeah, and so all the bosses of the game are dead, and we're sitting in chapter 2 of the story.
Madness.
Collecting loot. And trying to 100% as much of the game as we can before we actually finish the story. Which, what's probably going to happen is that we're going to loot the entire game, and then John's just going to watch the whole story without me one weekend.
Huh?
And that would actually be kind of upsetting, because I've put so much time into this game at this point. This game that I had no interest in playing, but...
Well,
yeah.
there you go.
As far as open world games go that you can purchase right now that are being problematic as fuck. Oh yeah, they're the PS4 still won't let you beat so it's all Viking shit, and part of the Viking tradition is to get fucked up on psychedelics and have amazing vision quests. And one of them you wind up what's it called? It's not Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil is just the fucking tree. It's not Valhalla. The fuck is the place where Odin and them live?
Where who live?
All the Norse gods. Their dumb fucking city. I can't remember the name of it.
Asgard?
Yeah, Asgard. So you go to Asgard, and there's a quest that you have to complete, and it's been glitching out for all the... at first it was just Xbox and PlayStation, and now it's just the PlayStation players can't advance the quest. It won't register that you have collected the items that you're supposed to collect. So we've 100%ed all of the side quest items in Asgard, and we're just sitting there looking at the last guy we have to talk to. And it turns out that after that you go to Jotunheim, the land of the giants, and we're waiting for we're waiting for Assassin's Creed to patch that so we can actually fucking beat that level. And that's side quest shit, but we can't do it. We can't. It's so frustrating. But yeah, other than the patches that need to happen to the game, it's actually been really fun. And if I don't know what it costs, probably $60 like most things, but
between $60 and $70, yeah.
Yeah, you do not need to get the collector's edition. The box is not that nice. It doesn't come. The thing that it comes with is an action figure. So if you don't give a shit about the main character of the game and you don't want that action figure, who gives a fuck?
And the collector's edition is probably closer to $100.
Yep. You get Ubisoft points and whatever the fuck, so you can have like the Dranger armor and shit like that. But yeah,
it's dumb.
The game does feature you play Eivor, and you can either be male, female, or fluid.
What does fluid look like?
Exactly.
Alien?
That
like
was my
gray?
question. It's like,
is it just either or? It's like, I don't. Maybe. How much do I want to fuck this thing? Like 50%?
Yeah, I want to know how progressive this game got with a bunch of blue-haired 20-year-olds in their mom's basement, pretending to make new pronouns. But no, it just means that if you have a cutscene, you can choose to be male or female during the cutscene, so you can switch throughout the game.
Okay.
But John decided to be the girl, which seems like
yeah.
the right move. Yeah, always. Same. If I'm playing a game, I always pick to be the girl.
It's like, why wouldn't you want to look at the animated character's booty and think, hey, that's a cool booty?
This chick is like 6'7". She's a real Viking, and she wears a lot of armor, so it's not like we're sampling the curves, but at least female voice actor, I guess.
Sure. Whatever gets you hard, bro.
She a big bitch. I'd fight her.
I'd fight her.
I don't say that about very many women, but yeah, I'd fight her.
I've thought that about a lot of people recently. Not normally hers, though.
It would be such a pointless. I mean, hitting Trisha Paytas would be so pointless. It just wouldn't be a boxing match. She would just scream and be loud and No, I don't. It would look like somebody abusing somebody. Yeah, I don't want to hit Trisha Paytas.
Me either. I have no interest in being in the same room as her or the same building as her.
I like to see her get hit by a soccer ball, like on accident, but that's about it.
Well, then hopefully that's in a YouTube video.
Oh, it's so good. That's probably something that I miss the most about being in soccer, was sometimes you'd kick a ball at someone.
Yeah?
Yeah, and soccer players aren't scared to get hit by a soccer ball. They know that it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I played goalie. I was hit by plenty of soccer balls.
That's actually one of the times that I lost respect for my little brother, was he got hit hard in the face by a soccer ball while he was playing goalie, and that was his last year of soccer.
Because he quit?
Yeah, because he would decide to be a pussy, which, like, I don't get it. At that point, he had played goalie for, like, 5 years, and it's just like, you know, this day's no different than any other day, David. Put your fucking hands in front of your face.
Yeah.
You have these big fuck-off gloves to catch a rubber ball. Like, how hard is this?
That's true.
You just, like, first of all, you don't need gloves to do this job. Second, put your hands in front of your fucking face, dude. Like, if you weren't picking your nose, you would have seen the fucking ball coming. You stupid.
Oh, that was why. He was picking his nose, he got hit, and then his finger went up into his brain.
Yeah, and it made him retarded. That and ADHD.
Sure.
Man, I got in so much trouble in the 6th grade because it's happened a few times where girls get hit with a soccer ball and they act like somebody kicked them in the balls, dude. They just, like, they freak out. They call the teacher. If you call them bitches for crying, then they're just like, we're not all men, like, yeah. And
no, but they're just acting like professional soccer players.
Yeah. I do see. That's probably.
That's what that is.
Yeah, that's when I see a soccer highlight reel, is somebody being a pansy.
Every time. They're making shit up.
I never see a highlight reel of, like, soccer players being super tough.
Because it doesn't happen.
No.
How to win that game? You don't even have to be good at soccer to win the game. You just have to convince the ref that the other team hit you.
Yeah.
And then penalty them to death.
Fucking Euros.
I mean, that's technically just the rest of the world. Soccer is everywhere but here, really. It's barely here.
My microphone just gave me the low battery noise, which always freaks me out. The product that the product that I use for that is made in Japan, and not only is it made in Japan, but the voice actor that says "low battery for each charge" is also recorded in Japan.
What are you talking about?
The
low battery. Gotcha.
Yeah, my microphone. I'm gonna plug it in real quick.
Why you gotta have batteries in your microphone?
Well, it's that wireless adapter that I had bought.
Huh. I bought a mic stand, finally, for my microphone, so I'm not just holding it or laying it on my desk.
Well, I have the Zoom microphone, which is plugged into the Zoom, and then the Zoom runs off of a AA. And then my earbud adapter has its own microphone that transmits to the phone. And I didn't charge that today, but I just plugged it in, so it's good. It'll work while it's charging.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
But the voice that says "Row battery recharge" is really disruptive, and it sounds, I don't know. It sounds like The Grudge or something.
Oh. So it's just like
Exactly.
Huh. And you can understand what it's saying?
Well, it kind of sounds more like an American female racistly interpreting a Japanese woman.
Oh, okay.
And then the recording itself is not very good. There's a fan on in the background. The sample rate's really low, so it's kind of distorted.
What kind of cheap ass microphone you got, bro?
I mean, it's good enough for phone calls. I don't really care.
I mean,
I just wanted to have earbuds without having to buy new Raycons, and this was a good solution.
All right.
Happens to have a microphone, so I can do calls on it. But yeah, it comes in out of nowhere. It stops whatever you're listening to. It goes, "Row battery, freeze charge."
Actually, I have what the fuck's it called? Like a blindfold thing that has like the Bluetooth speakers in it that I can like listen to while I sleep, and it does that too. I have to make sure it's fully charged before I use it, or it'll wake me up. Be like low battery. Nonsense.
I forgot that you had that product.
Yeah, it's very useful.
Listening to stuff with a blindfold on, that's crazy.
Yeah. Make sure that, if there's a fire in my apartment, I won't hear it.
Yeah, that's been something I've been dealing with a lot with the paranoia and the instability as I keep hearing doorbells like somebody's coming to my apartment again. I think I mentioned the story about the cop ripping the air conditioner out of my window.
Yeah.
I can't stop hearing doorbells when I'm feeling freaked out. So I went and I cracked open my doorbell mechanism and I shoved it. I stuffed paper towels in there so it can't go off. It physically cannot hit the bar that makes the ring, and I still hear doorbells whenever there's fans going and whatnot. It's crazy.
I think you need to get some weed, bro.
My paranoia is really, really high.
You need to get yourself some really chill shit.
Yeah, alcohol's not good for that. I mean, it doesn't move you one way or the other, but yeah, I've got to wean off because it doesn't seem like doing the research on the literature. It doesn't seem like going cold turkey would be a good idea because of detoxal tremors and whatnot. But
like everybody that I know who has ever been like a big fan of drinking, it's weird because it turns into like a problem like that. Like TJ had like huge problems with alcoholism. Ended up going to he had to go to the lesser form of a mental institution, I guess, for like a week or whatever. After getting really drunk and stabbing himself in the arm.
Jesus.
And my friend from work also ended up having to go to a place like that because of his super alcoholism and then doing something kind of similar. It's a weird thing. So they just like legitimately had to go full, like cannot drink, has to stay away from it, like no matter what. Because it's just a huge issue.
Yeah, I mean the spot I'm in is it's all coming together into something like that. The non-productiveness, the lack of opportunities, and the quarantine, and then being left alone with all that and alcohol. It's all kind of coming together in a bad package.
Yeah.
Lockdown has been bad for a lot of people, and then I was on the shit end of that stick for sure.
Yeah, I think if you do end up going and living with your mom, it'll be a really good thing because you're kind of at a point where you're like, all right, here's where I am. I've got like a safety net-ish situation, and then you can build yourself back up. I think that would be helpful. Just not having to worry about, like, I absolutely have to have money to pay for whatever and do all this different stuff. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
I did that. I went and lived with my mom for a couple of years. It was kind of a similar situation.
Yeah, and that helps you out a lot. I remember when I was kind of mad just because Aaron moved, not like Aaron Bud moved, and then like he just moved just to go be with different roommates, and then y'all moved in, and then y'all moved back out, and it was just like everyone is moving away, and I can't keep roommates. This is getting fucking annoying. And then I went and lived with the other Aaron Bud, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna move to Washington."
Yeah.
And it's just like my financial situation kept being so fucking tumultuous for no fault of my own, and then I got this place by myself, and yeah, it's been going off the rails for a long time. Like the hoarding problem started before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've probably needed mental health for as long as you've known me. I've probably needed some help, and I've been just kind of not getting it and not being good to myself, and it's really coming to a head now, which is kind of what I wanted. That's why I've lost jobs over the years, just kind of burning shit down as I come across it, just kind of waiting for an end point to something, but it kind of doesn't feel like an endpoint's coming. It's like there's really only, you can lose as many jobs as you can get hired for. There's only one endpoint, and it's death. And I'm not suicidal anymore, so I don't want to do that. So I guess I'm just gonna go live with my mom and then try to get help or something.
Yeah. Like I talked to a therapist for like the last couple months of last year. And I found it incredibly helpful. So, you know, I'll just put that out there.
I'm well rounded. I'm too smart for therapy.
Yeah.
GetBetterHelp.com. Maybe
It's
it
worth
works.
talking to people because it's not just like, not trying to give you advice or anything. It's just talking it out with somebody who you don't know like a lot. It's just really helpful from a point of view of like, that's why I'm thinking that, that kind of situation.
Yeah. I talk through all my stuff.
Yeah.
I'm fairly open, and I do think about psychology a lot, but it just, I feel like I've made most of the breakthroughs that people who are not smart go through when they talk to a therapist for the first time, and they're like, this is where these problems come from. I know I have giant abandonment issues, and that drives a lot of my life. But it doesn't seem to fucking matter that I've put most of those pieces together. It's probably that I need to quit drinking and get on antidepressants. But
Yeah.
getting on antidepressants is a big step. I've never thought about putting myself on those. Or just doing weed. I get a substitute with other medications.
I mean, I was on antidepressants and anti-anxiety shit for many, many years. Until, I don't know, 6 months into last year, whenever I finally reached a point where I'm like, you know what? I think I'm good. Before that, like, it's helpful. That's really all. When I was off of them, it sucked. And when I was on them, it was just like a better baseline than anything.
Anxiety medicine is definitely something I need. I'm freaking out all the time for no good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, that'll depend on if I get evicted or not. If I don't get evicted, I can't afford to go get help. That's for sure. If I do get evicted, I'll probably get help.
Well, then I hope you. I don't even know.
Right?
I hope you get evicted, but I also hope you don't.
Fucked up spot to be in.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't mind quitting alcohol on my own and detoxing and whatnot. But therapy's therapy's fucking expensive as shit, right? So is medicine.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
even have health insurance.
The medicine's not so bad. Like there's like some of it you can get for really cheap. Like the stuff that I was on, it was like well, number one, there's a place that will do like counseling with you and stuff for free. As well as like get you medicine for really cheap if you need it. I will find that information and I will text it to you.
That's cute. Yeah, I don't even have health insurance, which sucks. When I got the job, like my job offers some kind of like not super great health insurance, but
Yeah.
they require a nicotine test. And they weren't telling me, they kept saying there's going to be an on-site nicotine test, but they only gave me a week's notice, and I smoke cigars. And it's meant to catch people who smoke cigarettes, but they were just like, if you vape and there's nicotine in your vape, it's going to show up. And if you come up positive for nicotine, it's going to cost you an extra $200 a month. And I was like, dude, I don't want to pay $200 a month at all for health insurance.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck America, bro.
In this country is fuck. Better luck on Obamacare. Fuck this. Which
Yep.
I thought Obamacare actually got abolished. Trump talked about it so much, and then he took it to court. I thought Obamacare was gone.
No, they just took the penalties off of it. So,
What?
like, if you don't have insurance, you're not getting fined through your taxes or what anymore.
Yeah, I've paid the individual mandate twice, and it was never that much money. But also, I didn't want to pay that money. Yeah, because it was just like,
I didn't make enough money to have to pay it, so.
was that a requirement? Well, that became a requirement. It was shoddily instituted input. Well, no shit. No, yeah, you had some weird years where you didn't have much taxable income. I always had I paid it twice, and I was only making $8.25 an hour, but my mandate was only like $200 or $300.
Yeah.
Which was a lot of that's a lot of money, but it's also cheaper than having health insurance in America. So.
Yep.
What a fucking bullshit country. I'm so upset that we have the leadership that we do.
Me too.
Oh my god. Now they've waited so long on stimulus checks that now they don't think it matters. They're just like, let's do a $600 check. And it's like, you're right, it doesn't matter. All of the people who were in a desperate situation while you were putting this off, they're just fucked now. It doesn't matter if you help them or not. They're fucked. Because their bills were not waiting on legislation to pass. Their power's off. They're evicted. They're fucked. Like, you fucked it up. Sure, go ahead and send $600. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Worthless
God
government.
bless America.
Yeah, and God bless the Democratic National Convention for rigging shit against Bernie Sanders one more time. Just
Yep.
they know if they keep doing it, he can't run forever. He's old. He's he's still more cognizant than a lot of the people that we have running for office. But they've
Sure.
only got to fuck him over once or twice more before he can't do it again. That's such a garbage institution. Like, at least in 2016, there was talk and fever and uproar about the Republican National Convention not honoring the votes to to move Trump forward as the nominee, and that got a lot of people upset. And the Republican National Convention went ahead and accepted the popular vote and put Trump up as their candidate. Which, in retrospect, I wish they didn't. But also, they respected the people's will. They respected their electorate. They respected what people wanted. And then this year again, they asked all the moderates to leave so Biden could pull ahead. They left Elizabeth Warren in to siphon votes off of Bernie. And then Bernie didn't have the votes to beat Biden. And it's just like, why didn't Elizabeth Warren leave? Why couldn't she leave too? Make it a fair fight. Or why did fucking Amy Klobuchar was doing really well? Why did she have to pull out? She had a fair fight against Biden. Whole thing is, yeah, the Democratic National Convention is such a fucking bullshit institution for doing that to Bernie twice. It's like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad Biden won all day, every day, but it's just like that didn't have to be the candidate. It didn't. We would have voted for other people.
Yeah.
Can't trust anybody with power anymore.
Nope. Never could.
Lunatics. Did you play Genshin Impact yet?
I have not.
What the fuck have you been doing?
Other stuff, bro.
You're not playing video games?
I've continued my Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke.
Did you complete it?
Not yet.
Where are you at?
Alright. So last time we talked about this, I still needed to beat the SS Anne and Lieutenant Surge. And yeah. So I did that. But the Pokemon that I had at the front of my party to take out his one Pokemon, his level 28 Raichu, was a Weepinbell, who, is grass, so it resists electric. But then he one-shotted me. He killed my Weepinbell in one hit. It was crazy. I was like, what? And then I'm pretty sure I one-shotted him back, so it didn't matter. So I did that. With very little problems.
So your Weepinbell is dead now.
He's dead.
It's not going to become a Victory Bell.
Nope.
Son of a bitch.
Sad.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Nuzlocke.
So then, Erica was next. I don't really remember what her ace was, but I killed him. I defeated Erica easy. Barely an inconvenience. And then the fighting gym was fun because I had got myself a Haunter and the fighting Pokemon couldn't hit it at all. So I just went through that, just nightshaded everything with them. No problems there. And now I've done most of Silphco. Giovanni's in there, and his ace is a level 41 Nidoqueen. Haven't fought him yet. I did a bunch of grinding this morning for like 2 hours to get ready for it. And my team is currently a Dugtrio, Gyarados, Hitmonlee, Blastoise, Kadabra, and Raticate.
That's a pretty good team, actually.
Yeah, I've also got like a Snorlax and a Charizard sitting in the box waiting to go. But Sabrina's after Giovanni, and I think that there's a good chance I'll lose against her. She got like a bunch of level 50 Psychic types, and in Gen 1, it sucks because Psychic is weak to Ghost, which I have a Ghost, but all the Gen 1 Ghosts are also Poison type, which is weak to Psychic. So that sucks.
You mentioned having a Haunter for that gym, but it's not in your party? You don't have a Haunter anymore?
I still got it.
Oh, okay.
But it's also a Poison type, so it's weak to all her shit as well. And then the only other thing that Psychic is weak to is Bug, and there's only 2 Bug moves in the entire game, and they're very weak. So, I don't know. I might have to overlevel for that one.
Yeah, I didn't even know that bug was the weakness to Psychic, is how understated it was in the first game.
Yeah.
Because people talked about fighting Mewtwo with the bug, and I was just like, I don't... What do you hit it with, a string shot?
Right. I think it's like Twin Needle and Pin Missile are the only ones there.
Yeah, Pin Missile has a multiple hit, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's like... I think the damage output is like 10 or 15. Like something dumb.
It is a bug. Gen 6 came out in Pokemon Go, and I just caught a Durant the other day.
Oh, damn, I ain't even seen one of those yet.
I felt disappointed. I don't like the Gen 6 Pokemon that much. And then Durable Ant. Durant. It's a
Kevin Durant.
I did name it Kevin. It's a
As you do.
metal bug. Durable Ant. That's fucking... God. You guys are reaching for ideas at some point.
Yeah.
And then it's not Buneary, but it's another straight up, this is just a rabbit.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Bunnelby or whatever.
Yeah, Bunnelby. They keep coming up really weak, too. I think I might...
Yeah, they are really weak. I thought that was weird. It's like, this is weaker than a Rattata. What the hell?
Yeah, I might have a 3-star Buneary, Bunnelby, but they keep coming up, like, I keep catching, like, 90 CP rabbits. It's,
yeah, madness.
Stupid. So pointless. Just like the eggs. There's finally revolt over people getting bullshit Pokemon out of 5K eggs. Which,
yeah,
like, I'm thoroughly fucking sick of hatching a Taurus out of this shit.
Me too.
I've never liked a Taurus less than in Pokemon Go. Like, I wasn't looking for him. He's a Safari Pokemon, so in Pokemon 1 you gotta go to the Safari Zone to get a Taurus, but he's just not that good.
Like, he's good in games where the fight matters.
Yeah, he's a strong...
That's the problem with Pokemon Go. It doesn't really matter.
He's a strongish normal type.
Yep.
I prefer
He's
to have
fast and has a
Ursaring.
really high crit rate. Like, that's the big thing.
I don't think speed matters in Pokemon Go.
It sure doesn't.
I haven't seen crit rates either.
Yeah.
I know general health, attack, and defense, the three that they measure make a difference. But, yeah, special attack, special defense, they don't even mark those stats.
Yep.
Which I think those exist in the game, but you can't look at them. No, and it's all the rock, paper, scissors for Pokemon Go. There's no extra thing to it.
Yeah.
Even then, in a gym, you can muscle your way through beating a type disadvantage.
Oh yeah, easy.
I'm surprised that there's anybody who doesn't just conquer gyms. Like when I see that somebody started to attack a gym and didn't finish, I was like, did you have to pee? What happened?
My mom was calling me.
How did you not take over the gym? It's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, I don't normally fight in gyms very much. I just don't care that much to sit there and spend the time on it.
Yeah, I don't. I'll take over 2 near my house. The Weoko Bank or Weoki, whatever bank, and then the Sooner Baptist Church, because their parking lots are usually empty while I'm out and about, and I can just park in there.
Yeah.
The Sooner Baptist Church, I don't know, like, shit. I'm so scared for cops to pull up and see me in parking lots doing nothing. Like, I tried to get out of there as fast as I can, just because I don't want a cop to stop and ask me dumb questions. But yeah, I'll do those. Other than that, I drive by a few gyms every now and then, and I'll actually just put a Pokemon in a gym while I'm driving.
Yeah.
And that seems to that gets me enough coins to buy incubators, and that's good enough.
Yeah, I'll if I see a gym that is the color of my team, I'll check and see if there's room to drop something in there. Normally there is, so it's like, there you go. That's all I got to do.
Yeah, that's that is. That's all Pokemon Go has come down to is do you want to walk enough to hatch your eggs, which you probably just, leave adventure mode on and let that happen casually, and then sometimes you
Yep.
log in to catch something.
Yep. I'm already kind of bored with the Gen 6 that they have in there. I'm just like, number one, I've seen one Froakie. So obviously they're sitting there trying to be like, all right, we got to make Greninja really hard to get. So automatically I'm like, well, I'm not super interested in that, even though I don't care for Greninja anyways.
Greninja's gonna be an event Pokemon. Like,
That's dumb. It's a starter. It shouldn't be.
yeah, but they're gonna have a day for Greninja. I don't even know I didn't know the evolutionary scale for Lucario either. Um,
Oh yeah.
Lucario and Greninja, two Pokemon that are in Smash Brothers. They were in Pokemon games I didn't play. I was
Yeah.
super surprised to see them there.
They're in the. I think those are the least liked Pokemon games as well.
That makes sense.
Apparently, it was like way too easy, way too much hand holding. So whatever. I'll play it eventually.
Why would you need to hold someone's hand to play Pokemon? They're such easy games.
Well, whenever Gen 5 came out, they tried to kind of like make it more difficult. They tried to make it harder, and they made like the story more mature, I guess, and they made the characters older. Um, and then with the very next one, they were like, now we're going back to baby mode. We're going even weaker than we ever were before. Maybe they got backlash about the 5th generation being too hard somehow. I don't know.
Kind of makes me want to play Gen 5. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I mean, the best parts about the Pokemon games were always the like there was a sense of mystery on some things. Like you can just catch Pokemon and just beat the Elite Four, but then there was always those tertiary big ass puzzles to get to the big legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
And those could be challenging to get. Like I was when I played Ruby the first time, I did not figure out the Reggie Rock puzzle. And
With
then
the Braille or whatever?
yeah, I actually did I did figure it out, but I didn't have a Pokemon that had Dig. Um, and then most recently, I beat Pokemon Ruby again on an emulator in 2018. I think I might have done it on a stream, or I was just doing it at John's house casually. But
Yeah.
I still didn't have a Pokemon with Dig.
Yeah.
You get TM Dig once, and that's it. And I had put Dig on a Pokemon and transferred it at some point, I guess.
It happens. The Reggies aren't that cool anyways.
Well, it would have been cool to get them for once.
Well, I mean, that's true. You gotta catch them all, but...
I don't even remember if I've ever actually caught Rayquaza. And that one's not hard to get. I don't remember what you have to do to walk up to Rayquaza, but it's not that hard.
I don't actually know. I've never played Gen 3. Well, I mean, I've played a little bit of Fire Red, but...
Ruby and Sapphire are really good. I would recommend those.
Yeah, I have the ROM for Emerald. So, I'll play that one after I play Crystal.
I like them a lot. I probably like them maybe more than I liked Crystal. That's tough. That's weird. Maybe I don't know. Ruby was my last one. I didn't play after that.
Yeah, Gen 3 and 4 are the ones that people freaking swear by.
Yeah, number
So,
2 was so good for me when I played it. Or the Crystal, I had Crystal and Gold. Um, I loved them so much that now that I'm thinking about playing them, it's like I would go back and do that again.
yeah, I played Silver initially, and I believe I beat it. And then I got Gold from uh, Aaron Lecklider and played half of it, and then the save battery died. And then I just got Crystal on what's it called? Virtual. The virtual whatever the fuck it is from Nintendo. Virtual console. That's the word.
Rad.
Yeah.
You actually
that'll be
paid
fun.
for it. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, dude.
Is that how you're recording? You're actually buying the game on a console?
No, I bought the games on the console. I bought them. I bought them on the console, and I just went and downloaded the emulators.
There you go. Yeah, that's what you should do.
Yep.
Just download that shit. None of those games
Yeah.
are advanced enough where I feel like I should pay for them. They're old,
It's true.
and I've paid for a lot of them. I wouldn't mind playing.
I mean, they're only like $10 though, like $10 a piece.
That's fair.
So.
I wouldn't mind playing Gen 4 and 5 and seeing what's up with that.
Yeah. I am intrigued.
It's not a Pokemon, but Smash Brothers finally announced their next DLC character. I was very surprised by.
Who is it?
It's Sephiroth from Final fucking Fantasy.
Oh, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Weird.
Well, it kind of does. So all the polls, everybody thought it would be Crash Bandicoot, actually. And then some people thought it would be Sora from Kingdom Hearts, which I was like, Kingdom Hearts is a... I didn't play Kingdom Hearts, but I always insult it. But no, I'm kind of upset. I'm so sick of fucking sword characters in Smash Brothers. Just like, it was really, really cool to play Link back in the day, but I'm so fucking sick of overpowered sword characters. And this dude's got a gigantic fucking sword. He's got like the reach of Ganon, but he looks like a lightish character. He can stick to the side of the stage, so his recovery is automatically retarded. He's fast. He's got a physical counter. It looks like the Fire Emblem characters, which kind of broke the game a little bit. He might have a physical counter, not just a reflector, but just. It looks like this dude was manufactured to be a top tier sword character, and we have fucking enough of those. Like,
Yeah.
I was more excited for Crash Bandicoot, even though I don't play those games, just because it would be another interesting character. Like, getting Banjo-Kazooie was really cool, even though I hate fighting Banjo-Kazooie so much, because he's got that cheap bullshit move. But now we have another sword character. Sword characters notoriously win most exchanges. They have reach. Their weapons have resistance. I'm sure some of his moves are going to have armor. He's fast. He can jump up the side of the stage. He's... God, it's just like... I'm not looking forward to... As much as I didn't like playing in Elite Smash, I'm not looking forward to having another just automatically good character. Keegan's super excited. He loves Sephiroth, and he's like... He looks like Ganondorf, but better. And I was like, that's your fault for playing Ganondorf, but... Yeah.
Gross. Is he a Ganondorf main?
He does main Ganon, and he's always upset every patch that Ganon doesn't get buffed. I'm just like...
Yeah, People who main Ganondorf, it's like... I just feel like Ganondorf is too good of a character to be played by people who play seriously.
No, he's a low tier. He's So it's kind of this weird situation where like he's got incredible reach, he's got incredible power, he's slow, but everything that he does is really telegraphed. So nobody who's a serious tournament player loses to Ganondorf.
Yeah, I
But
guess that makes sense.
he beats ass in just casual matches with people who don't play much.
Yeah, he's the one that I'm good with.
I hate fighting Ganon, but also like it stresses me out because if you lose enough, like when you're learning to get good at Smash Brothers, you lose to a lot of Ganondorfs, and that puts that in your muscle memory that he's gonna kill you in one hit. Uh, but then as I'm climbing Elite Smash, I almost never lose to a Ganondorf. I lose to Keegan a lot because me and Keegan have been playing Smash Brothers together for since the 64. So he's always a step ahead of me. He knows what I'm gonna do. I have to actually be in the zone and paying attention to beat Keegan.
Hmm.
But I'm upset about Sephiroth. I don't want to play. I don't want to. I might, if he's really good, I might pick him up as a side character. But I don't want to fight him. I'm done with the swords. Let's stop it. Fire Emblem broke the game. Let's stop. Minecraft Steve is as much as like people are finding disgusting ways to use the character. He was fun. He's fun. He's got a lot of interesting shit going on. He's a fun character. Like Smash Brothers is not Mortal Kombat. We don't need serious characters in the game. But slow clap.
Unless they want to bring in Mortal Kombat characters.
They already brought in Street Fighter characters. I don't know why do we.
Yeah, but Mortal Kombat is better.
I agree. I would play Scorpion. I'd play Sub-Zero. I was about to call him
Exactly.
Mr. Freeze, but yeah, I'd play Mr. Freeze too.
Hell yeah, play Batman in there.
I'd play Batman.
Why not?
There's a online Smash clone game that has all of the Smash Brothers characters and the 64 levels, and then also has Goku.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
That's
Playing
funny.
Goku's fun. No, that's the big Smash Brothers news. The Mr. Sakurai Presents will come out on the 17th, and then Sephiroth will probably be in the game like a week later.
All right.
But go watch that launch trailer. It's funny. Sephiroth molests Mario pretty hard. It was he's a villain. There's a new villain, and I'm not happy about it.
All right. So is for horses.
Do you have more game news before I bitch about Genshin Impact?
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna bitch about Genshin Impact. So they're finally starting to, the premium currency thing is starting to finally creep up on me in a really big bad way. Inside the game, to level up, you have to grind difficult bosses and domain challenges, and at the end of it, you have to spend resin to get upgrade materials, and I've run out of resin, and you can't get resin without without leveling. There's very few situations where they give you more resin without having to just purchase it. So I'm at a point where I cannot level up my characters anymore, and I just can't. Seems like I can't do anything. Like I can use primo gems. It seems like the game has gotten to a point where I've grinded it down that I can only do something in the game every other day, because you need the premium currency to unlock new characters and do the loot boxing. And I love the loot boxing. Loot boxing is addictive. That's why they put it in children's games.
Of course.
But also just doing the grinding requires a sub-premium currency that I can unlock with the premium currency. So I would be using primo gems to get resin so that I can get my character strong enough to do the challenges, because I haven't. There's still one challenge in the game I haven't beat. I haven't beat the Spiral Abyss. It's too hard. I'm on the 6th floor of it, and it requires you to have 2 teams to get through. And one of my teams is strong enough, but the other one is not. And I keep unlocking characters through the loot box system to help me get through that. But then I have to level up the characters, which all felt fine. It was fun to level up characters until I ran out of resin, and now it's like I can't do anything to do these characters anymore. I really wish that I knew that that was going to be a limit when I started doing the game, is that like just grinding inside the game is going to be enough. But they've got to do something to make money. I haven't spent a dime on this game, and it's been something I do every minute that I'm not working for, since October. Like, in a fair universe, they definitely deserve some money from me, but now I have to actually, if I'm going to spend money on the game, I have to sit down and look at, like, what's actually a good way to spend money on the game, because I don't mind, especially a game that's that big, that has offered that much. Yeah, I probably should give them $20 or something. They've provided a lot of high-end entertainment, a lot of hours of it. But I just don't want to spend $20 and then, like, wind up burning through consumables really quick and then feeling like I have to spend $20 again really fast.
Yeah.
So that'll be the next update on Genshin Impact that I give is, was it worth it to spend money on this? Because until then, I'm still gonna log in and do my daily quests. But that's kind of where it's at. I've done all the story. I filled out the map. I've unlocked a bunch of characters, but it's gotten down to the point that it's just like I'm just doing daily quests to unlock the free premium currency that it'll give me, and then slowly advancing from there. So still a great game. Still fun. There's still easily 80 hours of fun to have because they give you a lot of that stuff for free up front. But then once you're on the back end, far and away, it's just like I can't really move forward. I can't play this as much as I want. It's not like when you buy a game, you can play as hard as you want and achieve as much as you want. But when you have these free-to-play games with the premium currencies in it, it's like I kind of have to spend money to play harder right now, or just grind this out slowly. So I'm gonna be probably not spending any money on it, but I'll still log in and do daily quests and see if that's still fun. But yeah.
All right.
Probably go back to BioShock or something.
Well, that's how it goes sometimes. They try to do too much nonsense.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so bad, and I've been participating in their surveys. Because they've made, I think, $400 million in the last 2 months. Something absolutely fucking insane off of that. So they've been giving premium currency out in the game, and then asking for surveys, and that's one of the complaints that they're realizing is that, like, you have a character and you're gonna level it up, and you level up their level, and then you level up their weapon, and then they each get 5 artifacts to boost their character, and then you have to level up each of those, and it just winds up, and then you have 4 characters in a team, and then it's not enough to have just one team most of the time, so it's like, Jesus Christ, there's so much shit to level in the game, and that criticism is it's reaching the top ears at the company. They're understanding that that's not a good mechanic. You have to, like, it's like resin wasn't even billed as the premium currency. It was just billed as a game consumable, and then it's like, oh shit, I ran out, and then there's a billion things to fucking level up. and I have to do that for each character, and then, yeah, that's no bueno. It's no bueno. But they'll either change it or be like, hey, fuck you, this is free. Pay
That's
for it.
fair. Well, is there just a pay version?
Yeah, I wish that they would do shit like that. Just be like, hey, if you really like this game, you can bypass all this nonsense if you just pay $60. We'll give you... Well, yeah, well, that's insane, too, because it's like, if you give us $60, we'll give you all of the characters we make, all of the downloadable content that's coming, because, like, they release new content and new characters and new shit all the time, and the story is coming through downloadable content, like, every month there's a new theme and a new story, and you get more story quests. So, probably the start of January or the mid-December, they'll put out a new thing, and the game will be exciting again for a week. And that's still going to be free, which is super cool. That this game will live as a like Smash Brothers could technically live in its current existence forever, and they can always add new characters, and we'll always pay $6 for the new character, and we can just.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, the you can pay $30 for the fighter pack, or you can pay $5 or $6 a character as they come out. And then for Genshin Impact, they can live as the game itself is a company. They can continually update it and add new quests and new regions and new shit forever, like World of Warcraft did. And then just instead of expecting people to pay $15 a month to play World of Warcraft, they could be like, hey, sometimes you spend $20 on consumables, and that would be fine. But a lot of great free content. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm in a conflicted place because I've never played like a mobile app game for more than a day, and I've never been stuck in a gacha system before. But there's also not been games. Well, I guess Fortnite. There's not very many games that are this advanced and this full and this fun that have a gacha mechanic. And even Fortnite doesn't really have a gacha mechanic. They just sell skins.
Yeah.
But Genshin Impact does, and it's a great game though. Bullshit.
All right.
Trump 2024. What you got?
Not Trump 2024.
We might all get it, son.
No.
It's coming
Never.
like the road.
I refuse. I watched stuff. There was stuff to watch. I've continued Letterkenny.
What season are you in?
7, I think, or 6.
5.15 inches.
Why is this being weird?
But that joke means nothing to you, then you're in season 6.
I am in season 7. Season 7, episode 4 was the last one I saw.
Oh, okay. So you did see McMurray reveal his penis size on Crack an Egg.
Yes. Yep.
You gotta measure from the balls. That's a good tip.
Nah, you gotta measure from your asshole. That's a better tip.
And Mary Fred's a keeper if there ever was one, bud. I actually really like season 7. I love season 7 so much. Wait, is he with Mary Fred right now? No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, season 7, one of 2 seasons that only has 6 episodes.
They all only have 6 episodes. Oh, no, sorry. Some of them have a holiday episode.
All of them have 7 episodes except for season 1 and season 7.
No, they all have 6 episodes. Some of them have a holiday episode. That's a bonus. It doesn't count.
It counts.
It's a holiday episode. It doesn't count.
What? Why wouldn't that count?
Because it's not It's not part of the linear story.
There is no linear story.
There is a linear story every
There is
season.
barely a linear story.
There is a linear story. Season 1 is how they meet Tannis. It's a linear story. The skids turn
Really?
into
It
a
felt
meth
like they
town.
already knew her to me at that point.
No. I mean, this is one of the more surprising things about rewatching the show, is that things happen in a sequence. And they don't meet Tannis until after Fart Book. Like, they find the pot on the farm in episode 5, and then there's the scrap with the skids in episode 6, and that's the first and second time we see Tannis.
Say that last part again?
That's the first and second time that we see Tannis, episode 5 and 6 of season 1.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a bit of a sequence. There's a small sequence to each season. You're experiencing it now. Season 7 has a story arc. I'm not going to spoil the ending.
Well, okay.
But did you see that the new season of Letterkenny comes out on December 26th?
Fuck, that's so late. I'm only gonna have Hulu until the start of January.
Well, then you have 4 days to watch it.
That's not enough time. There's gonna be 7 episodes.
You could do that in one night.
But I only do one a day.
Just break that rule. How
During the week.
How have you been enjoying it? Because you just went through that. Season 6 has a lot of hockey episodes, I think, and those are fun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. Lots of hockey. Yeah. I like it. It's not too much to say there. It's a good show.
You should stop what you're doing and go watch.
I'm
as part of the
podcasting
teaser.
right now.
Okay, well, don't stop the podcast, but go watch the Letterkenny season 9 cold open, because the Hulu put it on their YouTube channel, which is a weird
Will it
sentence.
spoil things?
Hulu YouTube channel, fucking stupid.
Yeah, it
Hulu
should
needs-
clearly be called Hulu Tube.
Hulu needs to put out a video, so they put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, it won't spoil anything. They kind of just finally did they did something that definitely we've done in the garage a few times. Just do British accents and make fun of British culture for 2 minutes. It's pretty fun.
Oh, I mean, I feel like I've seen that in the show already.
They really do it this time.
Okay.
They give it it's a proper cold open. It's a good Letterkenny bit. A little predictable, but sometimes the low hanging fruit is the sweetest. And I'm
Yeah,
glad they did it.
predictable is comfortable.
It's a very comfortable show. It's pretty predictable, but that's
For the
okay.
most part. There are those things where I'm just like, I hate this. But,
Yeah, it makes Glenn and the Skids make John and Keegan uncomfortable with their weirdness.
I actually don't have too many problems with them. I was really... Whenever Stuart cut his hair, I was like, good, finally. And then it was back like the beginning of the next season. I was like, I hate it.
It was back under a hat and wig.
Yep.
That's right, Stewart got yoked in season 6.
Yep.
And then there was, the whole drug dealer storyline. That's an arc. Stewart had a redemption arc. And you've met Ronnie and Daxie now, which are my favorites, for sure.
Yeah, they've been around for a minute, though.
They
Didn't they
came
pop
in
up first in season
season-
5?
Season 4.
4? Yeah.
Yeah. Which had the Valentine's Day episode, which had the most annoying side character. Which was... Yeah. But also some really great jokes in that. I'm rewatching the Valentine's Day episode. It gets better every time.
With the speed dating?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
just watching them run those jokes at each other. The lady who ran the speed dating is fucking annoying, but you know she's not on screen for that long. You can get over it.
Yeah. No, I liked the Valentine's episode. Did not have any. Don't remember any problems there. The
Cool.
nut episode was annoying.
The nut.
There was a lot of funny shit, but then there was also like, I don't want to hear this lady's fucking voice. And then it also reminded me that I'm pretty sure that you've done this shit before.
Nut.
The fucking the voice of the lady on the computer.
Yeah, white boy nut.
Yep, that shit.
I've definitely, on this podcast, I've gone through and described ingredients in nut.
Yeah, I was thinking about going through and doing a compilation of all the fucking Letterkenny references that you did and us just talking about Letterkenny.
It's too
But
thick.
then I was like, this sounds like a lot of dumb work that I don't want to do for no reason.
You would have to listen to literally every episode, and then so
Yep.
much of it would be me making Letterkenny jokes that you don't detect.
Yeah, but that's why I think it would make a good compilation.
It would be pretty funny for people who are familiar with the show. Just to,
Yeah.
yeah, me doing bits and then you not laughing, and people who
Yeah.
know the bits laughing.
Me just thinking, all right, just fucking weird, whatever.
I used to speak Letterkenny like a language. I was regularly talking in rural Canadian to you.
Yep.
It would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's more funny to just think about it. That's fine.
Sure. Maybe one day I'll go back and actually listen to all our podcasts, but I doubt it.
Yeah, doing highlights is one thing, but then that particular all the Letterkenny stuff I did, that's just too much. That's a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of compilation stuff that I was thinking about doing that I wanted to do, but then, you know, that's why I like the idea of having seasons and ending season 1, because from this point, I can start figuring out what highlights to do that are current. It makes more sense. I'll just start with season 2 whenever we get back for our next podcast.
Is season 2 gonna start next episode?
Yep.
This is season 1?
Yep, this is the finale of season 1.
Is it oh god. Wow. Well, season 2 could start very differently. I might be in another part of the state, but we'll still be in quarantine, but it's also not the new year. We won't have a new president yet, even.
Yeah. Unless we put off doing the podcast for 4 years.
Dude, I'm stoked to have Trump get the fuck out of the White House.
Me too.
I'm so excited to see what daily discourse will be like without him there.
Yeah.
And I hope it's a big change. I would be really disappointed if nothing changes.
Yeah, I'm just excited to not have to focus super hard on political bullshit for a while.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what they're gonna do with the government? I mean, it's not like, yeah, it could be, I don't know. I mean, Trump was disruptive, but everybody was paying attention, and he was disruptive, which is not inherently bad. But yeah, we're just gonna go back to neoliberalism again, and who knows what they're gonna do with the government? It could be stagnant and bad.
It sure could.
You listen to any records?
Yep.
Let's talk about that.
Okay. I mean, there was still a bunch of other stuff that I watched, but we can go
Oh,
to music.
shit. What else did you watch? Letterkenny is the only thing that matters, but what else did you watch?
I mean, that's fair. I watched a whole bunch of garbage. but also some good stuff. Dragon Ball Super, I've also been watching that. It's real good. Last few episodes are like the most excited that I've been for any kind of Dragon Ball anything, basically since I first saw the Boo saga back in the day.
That's true. I pirated some of that when they were in the tournament, and it was super exciting. But then they ran out of dubbed episodes, and I was like, I'm not gonna read Dragon Ball Z.
Ah.
So the last time that I had left off, they were in the tournament, and Goku had the blue hair, but I don't remember what the fuck. I don't remember who the fuck he was fighting.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't think I'm that far yet. I'm just on. Frieza came back, and there's a super awesome battle happening. It's pretty dope.
Well,
Never been a really big Frieza fan, but I like this new version.
How could you not be a Frieza fan?
I just had other enemies that I liked more.
Yeah, I think I like Cell better.
Yeah, I liked Cell more. I liked Boo more. Yeah.
Nappa's cool.
Vegeta.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Frieza was an interesting one when it came out because he was kind of like androgynous in a way, while also not being that humanoid.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a dick. Dude fucking blew up Namek. What do you?
Oh yeah, he did a lot. Like, thinking back, like, you know, he's definitely one of the biggest, most important villains, but just didn't tickle my fancy when I was younger.
Yeah, I would say that Frieza's more of a mature fan's villain because he was kind of the biggest badass. He was an intergalactic destroyer of planets, and then Goku got in the way of him destroying one planet, and that planet still got blown up.
Yep.
And it killed Goku.
That's true.
Not very many villains have that honor to have actually, you got in that season. Super Saiyan was revealed in that season, which is almost as big of a deal as being a Saiyan was the big reveal at the start of Dragon Ball Z, and then Super Saiyan happened, and then he died. Yeah, the rage mechanic was really being exploited. People doing sensu beans and shit. It was a stressful, exciting season, but it still just was not quite as cool as Cell.
It's true. I think it might have also been just like, I didn't see the Frieza stuff until like after I saw Cell, you know?
That's fair.
So, I don't know.
I was watching those when they were new-ish, new to America, I guess.
Yeah, I think the point that I really started watching was like the end of the Cell saga as it was coming out.
I started to bail. I started bailing on Boo. I didn't make it to the end of the Boo saga.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, I mean, I got all the entertainment I needed because during it felt like Budokai 2 came out on GameCube during the Boo saga, even though the Boo saga was part of Budokai 2.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, and I just kind of experienced all that I needed from that storyline in the video game, and I didn't care to watch the animes because they were too long.
It was a good game.
Budokai 2 is my favorite. It's my favorite not Smash Brothers fighting game. I used to just let people come into my house to fight me on that game. I was so good.
Yeah, I was really good at that one, as well as Soul Calibur 4, I think it was. I don't know.
The one that
one
was
of
out
those
at the
Soul
same
Calibur
time.
games.
I have that. I have a copy of that Soul Calibur at John's house.
Oh damn!
Yeah, we've played it on stream.
That's right.
And I was just I was playing Link, and I was ledge kicking everybody out.
I remember that.
master at getting people off stages later.
Yeah. That was funny.
Ring out. How is that a thing in a fighting game?
Good stuff.
Great stuff. So where are you at in Dragon Ball Super?
Goku just became Super Saiyan blue hair guy for the first time. And Golden Frieza's happening. And they're gonna fight. And that's where I am.
Damn, you don't even know who wins yet.
I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be Frieza.
Should be.
Well, Piccolo just got fucking killed.
Oh my god, again?
Yep. And Gohan almost got killed. And he's being all sad because he's like, I should have kept training because then I would be strong enough to fight Frieza, but I just didn't. So, this sucks.
Yeah. Hey, Gohan, the show is actually about your dad.
Yeah.
And we don't really... I mean, like, you're cool, but if it
Could have been
wasn't...
cooler.
If the show wasn't going to be about Gohan, it would be about or Goku, it would be about Trunks, so... You could bounce.
Yeah, get out of here, Gohan.
Fucking stupid kid.
Nobody likes you anyways.
Yeah, you stupid teenage phase.
Truth.
Is he an adult now, or does he still look like teen Gohan?
Oh, he's an adult.
Okay.
He's got a child and a wife and all that and stuff.
Did he marry Val?
Yep. Videl? Yep.
Videl, that's cute. Good
and they
for
had a kid that they had in Dragon Ball GT, even though that wasn't canon.
I think GT's not canon?
Nope.
That
Wasn't
feels
even
like I
made by the
wasted
guy
my
who
fucking
created
time.
it. What up?
I actually watched GT.
So did I.
Fuck you. So Akira Toriyama didn't make it?
Nope.
Man. And now it doesn't count. It's fucking stupid.
Yep. Super Saiyan 4 doesn't exist.
That was coming on at the same time as the actual DBZ abridged. Not the famous YouTube series, but just that was extended. No, it was Dragon Ball Extended Edition, where the episodes were even fucking longer.
What?
Yeah, they have that. That exists.
That's crazy.
Like
Why would they do that?
DBZ Uncut or something like that. I don't know. I can't imagine anybody edited those.
What they do? Put in more landscape shots?
If I was an editor, I would start anywhere.
Yeah.
I just keep cutting. That's so much bullshit in old Dragon Ball episodes.
I mean, even in Super, what I'm watching now, it's like, all right, okay, Frieza, shut the fuck up and hit somebody. Like, let's go.
Yeah. They don't chirp this much in Letterkenny, alright?
That's all they do. That's the whole point of the show.
Not when they're about to throw hands.
Yeah, but, in a 23-minute episode, you get 21 minutes of talking and then 2 minutes of throwing hands.
Is this Canadian Dragon Ball Z?
It is! Wow, who would have thought?
Wayne's Goku the whole time.
Well, yeah, of course. I feel like he's more stubborn like Vegeta, though.
Yeah, he's a little aggressive. I mean,
and Darius Yamcha.
Maybe when Angie had him not fighting, he was more Goku-like. He's still working.
Yeah.
Derry can't be calling anybody Yamcha. That's.
Yeah, but they have a very similar way about them.
Yamcha's a fucking skid. What are you talking about?
Okay, fine. Then Derry can be Krillin.
I was about to say, who is Krillin?
All I'll give him.
Alright, I don't want to make too many of these comparisons.
Well, I'm already there. I'm like, Squirrely Dan.
Yeah, I was trying to think who's Squirrely D, and then also
He can be Hercule.
there's not that many candidates for Bulma, and I would hate to give it to Gale because
I mean, they got a thing about them too. They're
yeah,
both thirsty bitches.
super thirst. I love Gale so much. He's so funny. Well, damn, man. I'm assuming that Frieza kills Goku again, and they bring him back somehow.
You know,
Because
that's possible.
he has to ascend to a god. That's part of his arc. I know that from just Google articles and
Who,
shit.
Goku?
Yeah,
He did it already. He's there.
he's already a god.
Yep. That's what the blue hair is. That's the Super Saiyan version of a Super Saiyan God. The actual canon English name for it is Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
That's cool.
I think it's hilarious.
I love Japan. They have such great pieces of culture to export to us. Even
That's
if it's
true.
poorly translated.
Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Yes.
Man, I prefer dubs over subs. I don't like the Japanese voice acting that much, and I definitely hate reading.
I mean, I think I also prefer dubs. I'm not, like, against subtitles, though, so...
Cowboy Bebop is on Hulu,
Yeah?
and I rewatched a few episodes of that, and Cowboy Bebop's still a phenomenal and outstanding anime, but yeah, some of the dubbing wasn't that great, which you can work around because it's better than reading subtitles. The voice actors were great. It just seemed like some of the editing to it wasn't done that well.
Gotcha.
But I guess you need to do that before you get rid of your Hulu account too. Is rewatch all the Cowboy Bebop if you didn't watch it when you were a teenager.
I saw a few episodes and wasn't a big fan, but I'm willing to add it to the list for when I have Hulu again.
It's dope. I love Cowboys Bebops. It's so good.
The only reason I'm getting rid of Hulu is because I gotta jump on the HBO Max train.
Man, so
Gotta
fucking
get over
mad
there.
that's doing like ugh. Like we saw Disney Plus billing and buying content and putting everything together, and they're just like, we own Fox, bitch. We're gonna have everything that you could ever want to watch. And then secretly on the side, HBO Max was when HBO Max came out, it was like, we don't have anything. We've licensed all of it, and now they're coming together with again so much content that you can't really ignore if you want to watch stuff.
Yep.
Stupid. Ah, God. I'd rather just pay for fucking cable at this point.
I was thinking about that as well, but I also just don't want ads, so this works better for me.
Nah, that's true. At least, I mean, everything is becoming cable again, but there's no ads, so that's good.
Yep. You can pay to not have ads.
Yeah. Now the game for everybody is trying to. All the streaming services know that most people are not paying for all the streaming services at the same time anymore. A lot of people are doing what you're doing. This is Hulu season. This is Netflix season. Now they're just trying to make sure that there's enough content to keep you subscribed for at least 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of annoyed, because I'm like, I got Disney Plus for the Mandolorian, and then the Marvel shows are going to start coming out, so I got to stick around for that. And also the next Star Wars shows are coming out.
They know what they're doing, man. They know
They
what's
got
up.
me. And now HBO Max is like, we're putting out all the WB movies. They're going to be there. Matrix 4, it's going to be there. The new Suicide Squad is going to be there. Wonder Woman 84, it's going to be there.
I might have to watch that at my mom's house. Mom's not going to miss a Wonder Woman movie. She was one of the people who cried in the theater.
Oh.
But she's not paying for HBO Max. She's getting that code from my uncle, so I can't mooch that one. Also, her password is wrong for Disney Plus, so I haven't been doing anything on Disney Plus.
I've done very little on Disney Plus. I watched Hamilton on Disney Plus.
Stupid. How was that?
The hype is real, bro.
Is it really good?
It was surprisingly good. As a person who likes very few musicals, I was like, damn, this is actually, it's got good music.
Yeah, see, okay, so if you would not mind, what I'd like to do for the next hour and a half is rap about American history. Would you like to hear me do that?
I don't know. What's your skill level?
Yeah, that's my problem is when people were talking about, oh, I love Hamilton. Now all of a sudden, we're all musical theater, wannabe nerds, and I was like, I liked Chicago as a movie, but there's three things that you stop me on the street, and you're just like, hey, you want to watch a musical? No. You want to hear me do hip-hop? No. You want to hear me, you want to experience some American history? No. Would you like to hear me write hip-hop about American history for an hour and a half? No, dude, no.
An hour and a half?
There's nothing you can do.
You wish.
There's nothing anybody can do to sell me on watching Hamilton of my own volition.
I get it.
It's got all the things that I hate. It's got like, I don't hate American history or hip hop or musicals. Like, I barely made it through 8 Crazy Nights, and that movie was hilarious. But you're telling me this is gonna be American history?
That movie had some good music too.
It did. I like it.
There was like 2 or 3 songs that were just like, damn, who wrote this? This is pretty good.
Adam Sandler can actually write some music. He's surprisingly talented when he wants to be.
Yeah.
But nah, just Hamilton, a hip hop American history musical. No.
Yeah, I get it.
That.
I just, popped up. Everybody's talking about it. I'm like, I don't give a shit. And then, like, slowly there was some people that I actually kind of trust their opinions on talking about it. And I'm just like, still no. And then they just wore me down until it was on Disney Plus. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll check it out. I'll watch this 2-hour, 40-minute monstrosity.
No. That's so long.
It's so long. And then I'm like, well, it's a fucking Broadway musical. Of course it's long.
No, people have to pee live. You can pause a movie.
There's an intermission.
Ah, damn.
Like a 5-minute intermission.
I would edit that out, but okay.
I know. I was like, skip. Like, okay. But yeah, I was really surprised. The production values, like, really, really good. The music was good. Everybody involved was really good. Of course, it had those musical staples of we're going to get really overly sincere and melodramatic really quick, where it's like, all right, this is kind of bugging me because I'm not okay with people having emotions. But yeah, by the end of it, I was like, holy shit, am I crying right now? I don't even know. Turns out, yeah, I was probably crying. But it was really good, so fuck.
Well,
Wrecked my life.
Shit. I don't know. I mean, is there a lot of trap beats? I don't really like trap beats.
I feel like it's really misleading that people said it was like a hip hop thing. Like the way that the music is performed, it's kind of they are rapping it for the most part, but like musically, it's got like it's more classical almost, like fully musical, and then there's a little bit more of kind of like an emphasis on like the bass drum and stuff, but it's mostly like very classical-esque music.
Yeah, I don't really catch that vibe when Trisha Paytas is singing it. Oh,
well,
I meant to check out her record before we did the podcast. She has an emo record out.
An emo record?
Yeah, she has an emo pop punk record called Sad Boy 2005.
She's just trying to be like Machine Gun Kelly.
Don't, dude. I hate that guy, man. I didn't have any beef with him other than he feels like Jared Leto's Joker's bad thoughts. I don't know. It just God, I don't know for sure that he's a white trash icon, but Google kept recommending stories about him because I clicked on a picture of Megan Fox and they dated. So like, I just
You're like, I'm just trying to jerk off, and Machine Gun Kelly's right there.
that's exactly what it was. Just trying to see if she's still hot, and now Google won't stop sending me pictures of this trailer trash. I'm so fucking sick of it. And then he's in costume sometimes, and he's dressing like an idiot. I just fucking hate Machine Gun Kelly so much.
I literally know pretty much nothing about him except that he randomly put out like a pop punk album or something I heard about.
Dude, I mean, he looks like someone who's a Limp Bizkit fan, but, I mean, now that we've actually spoke his fucking name, he's gonna be back in my Google recommendations again. It's so fucking mad. It's so good to see his fucking face. Such a stupid fuck. Fucking idiot fuck. Fuck. Machine Gun Kelly. Fuck.
But anyways,
How do we get there?
you can always listen to Trisha Paytas' album before next episode.
Yeah, she was singing some of it on the podcast, and you know what? It sounded fairly competent. Like, yeah, you put enough auto-tune on her, you give her enough coaching, and then also she's in a pop punk band, and I like pop punk. It might not be that bad.
I mean, the things that she has in common with pop punk is a really annoying voice a lot of the time. So, you know.
Why does that happen? Why is that? What is
Why-
it with the nasally or squirrely voices in pop punk? Why does that keep happening?
It just pretty sure Blink-182 was a thing, and then people were like, "Hey, let's sound like that."
I mean, we'll get into music later, but I was listening to a female pop punk band that was, I don't know, it was a good record, but then she had an odd cadence. Anyway, fuck Trisha Paytas. So I'm not gonna watch Hamilton, but I'm proud of you for watching Hamilton. That's good. Experience some culture.
Yeah. And then I watched a bunch of Christmas garbage because, you know, it's Christmassy time, and I kind of regret it because Christmas movies fucking suck.
It's 60 degrees during the day, and I haven't seen anybody in weeks, so I don't feel any holiday spirit, and I haven't watched any Christmas shit.
Yeah.
Pumpkin Spice Kramer. What's that?
Why are you suddenly so quiet?
Did my microphone shift? Whoops. Microphone fell off.
Okay.
No, not the Zoom microphone, the call microphone. Yeah, I haven't seen anyone in weeks, and I'm not watching any Christmas shit. I have no Christmas spirit. I do have Pumpkin Spice Kramer, though.
Yeah, I was just trying to have some Christmas spirit, but it's not working very well because Christmas movies suck.
What'd you watch?
One of those Christmas Carol movies. I'll Be Home for Christmas, starring Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Because I was like, fuck it, let's watch some 90s bullshit. It was pretty bullshit. I also watched the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. That was pretty garbage.
Dude, your list sucks.
Well, my list is much longer than that I have here, but it's just kind of a luck of the draw because I have a list of like 15 movies that that I then put into a RNG calculator, and it's like, do this.
Shit again. Dude, go.
It's the only way to live, Jeff. It's the only way to live.
You watch Rudolph, and that gets you. That opens the door, and you don't like it that much. It's not that good.
Okay.
But then you watch A Year Without a Santa Claus, and that's so good. That's so good. And then you watch Tim Allen's Santa Claus, which fuck you, that movie's good.
See, I was gonna do that, but I want to do all three of those, and record them with somebody
Okay, the
for
fact that there
a
was
commentary. So
dude, those movies only get worse.
I know I haven't seen the third one. My mom loves those fucking movies. I like the first one a lot. I remember the second one being fine, but I've never seen the third one. So
I'm pretty sure the third one actually takes place from the North Pole. I know number 2 is him trying to get married and the kid being a teenager. And then
Yeah.
the third one actually takes place from the North Pole. And there's just like... It was one of those situations where they hadn't figured out green screen sets all the way. And everybody's heads kind of looked like they were the wrong size.
okay.
It was so bad. Like, 2 was arguable. You can make the case for 2. It's just like, alright. There was going to be a sequel. Number 1 was such a hit. But I mean, number 1 was also... I don't want to blame number 1 for me not believing in Santa Claus anymore. But 1, the dude from Home Improvement was Santa Claus. 2, he mentioned all the reasons why Santa Claus can't exist. 3, I watched him turn into Santa Claus. 4, it was Tim Allen being Santa Claus. And 5, part of the story arc is that the divorced couple gets back together, and then I knew movies were lying to me at that point because my parents were never getting back together, and it was just kind of mean to give that to me as a 5-year-old. Parents just divorced, and it was just like, I don't know, I don't want this false hope right now. That just hurts. I'm just getting my feet under me with the new abandonment issues as I'm developing. And then seeing Tim Allen get his wife back and be Santa Claus. This is all lies. All of it's lies. Santa is lies. Love is a lie. People just leave and die. And fuck you, Tim Allen. And that movie was still pretty good.
Yeah.
Might watch it later.
Yeah, because I've been doing, I've been recording commentaries whenever I'm watching these fucking things. For whenever stuff actually starts being released on the YouTube. But, yeah, it's just kind of the luck of the draw has not been great. Actually, I was curious about the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, so I just watched that one of my own accord. And it actually, because the whole thing is like a weird time travel situation, which is really dumb, but they go back and recreate a lot of like the best moments throughout the Star Wars series, with like Legos and shit, and that's pretty fun, and it made me remember all the stuff that I love about Star Wars that the 9th movie just ruins for me. So that was kind of cool. But other than that, it's a real shit film with like the worst voice actors because they didn't get anybody who originally did the voices or anything. So it was weird.
That's crazy. So they didn't try to make a cheeky reference to the original holiday special?
Oh, they did.
Okay.
Chewie's family was there again. And they did all that. And they did like other references to it with like Boba Fett and stuff. But it was pretty short. So I don't know.
I hear Boba Fett's finally in The Mandalorian.
I've heard that as well. I have yet to watch The Mandalorian, which is really annoying because no matter what fucking podcast I turn on, there's a point in it where they just start talking about the latest episode of The Mandalorian, and I'm like, fuck, skip.
I thought you had Disney Plus right now.
I do, but I haven't brought myself to watch that yet because now I'm like, I gotta get through Letterkenny before the end of the month.
There you go, and that's the top priority. It's definitely a better show than The Mandalorian. That's how I found out my mom's Disney Plus password was wrong. Was I was going on to watch The Mandalorian, and I was like, "Aw." Her password's wrong.
It took a long time in the first season for me to get interested in The Mandalorian. Like, it wasn't until like episode 6 where I was like, okay, I kind of understand the hype now, I guess. But it was so, like, aimless at the beginning. It made no fucking sense. It's like
Yeah, I saw
It-
the first 2 episodes at John's house, and I still don't get it. But
there was no goal in mind at all. He happens upon Baby Yoda, and then he's too fucking powerful to be stopped by any bounty hunters or anything. And they didn't introduce a villain until like the second to last episode of the first season. So it was like you're accomplishing the same thing by just setting the Mandalorian in a room with Baby Yoda and then having hordes of bounty hunters try to get in while he kills all of them. That's basically every episode for the first 6 episodes of The Mandalorian. Didn't get it. But then we get to the final 2 episodes of the first season and it's like, okay, they finally set up what the stakes are and what the story is going to be. It was dumb.
yeah, you can't go anywhere without seeing the spoilers either. Like, I only know so much about what's happening in The Mandalorian right now because of Fat Man on Batman. And every time a Mandalorian episode comes out, they do 20 minutes on what happened. So I just kind of like Kevin Smith tell me what happened in Star Wars.
Yeah,
Just like when I was growing up.
that makes sense. It's kind of annoying to get on YouTube and just see. I cannot stand it whenever people put spoilers in the thumbnail or the fucking titles. Pisses me off. And they do it like the day of. So it's like, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah, I didn't understand that I was supposed to be looking at Ashoka when I kept seeing the picture of her. First of all, that costume looks like shit. Second,
What are we talking about?
Oh. Well, spoilers, Rosario Dawson is playing Ashoka in Mandalorian.
Okay, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. Yeah, and she kept popping up in thumbnails, and I was like, I didn't recognize her as either the character she's representing or Rosario Dawson, and the costume looks like shit.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Because she has to have the fucking tentacle ponytails, and they just look like pieces of rubber on her head.
Really? Disney can't do that better? I've seen it better in porn.
Yeah. I haven't seen her move around. I've just seen still pictures, so I don't know if it works out in motion or not.
Yeah,
But it's just like she's too dark, even for Rosario Dawson. Like, did you have to put that much makeup on her? And it looks like she's just wearing the dollar store concealer, but all over her face. And she's got white makeup lines over her, and then she's got these rubber tentacles on the back of her head. It's like, this is the best they could do. It's 2020. You're actually setting something pretty impressive in space. And you're bringing us all these tremendous effects for every episode of a TV show. And then you get to this iconic tertiary character. And then it looks like Party Galaxy with Rosario Dawson. Which is impressive. I mean, sometimes the model pulls off the look more than the prop, but yeah, I'm not. It was disappointing to see her in thumbnails. Maybe she looks great on the show, but the stills of her don't look very good.
Yeah? I don't know. I'll probably watch that in, I don't know, a couple weeks or something. Just kind of want it all to be aired.
You gonna binge it, or you gonna do one a day?
I'll probably just do one a day. I had a hard time getting through the first season, so I'll see how I feel.
Alright.
Alright. Albums. / listening to stuffs.
Obviously, I've been listening to Frenemies. Trisha Paytas and H3H3.
Okay.
Well,
I'll
it's
write
just
that down.
it's just her and Ethan. Ela's not a part of it, thank God, because they get into so many fights. Trisha's actually quit the show 3 times and keeps posting drama on them, which I
That's what I expected.
Yeah, I don't know why he would have started that other than, like, they actually do work well together on camera, but it's as bad as you would expect. And she keeps saying mean things about Ethan's family, and Hila has asked her to stop, and that's been a source of contention. Uh, yeah, I was just watching today, actually, this morning, they had or yesterday, Trisha quit Frenemies again, and then today was they were live streaming, and Trisha kept uploading shit while they were live streaming about how shitty they were. It was interesting.
Yep. I
YouTube
do not
drama.
understand.
Nah. Yeah, why would you work with her? She's a big source of YouTube drama, but then also people are watching it because she's a big source of YouTube drama.
Yep.
Fucked up.
I think that's the only reason that they would work with her. Like,
Yeah, they built a
they
new
don't seem
set.
like the people that would be like, for the money. But at the same time, it's like, it is a business. Why else would you put up with her at all?
No, they would do shit for money, for sure. I mean, they have limits, but working with
Yeah.
Trisha, like, I mean, it's not like she's it's not like she's a bad person, but she just does shit like that. She gets disassociated and then causes crazy drama, but that's part
She
of it.
may not intend to be a bad person. If we're talking about intentions, fine. She's not a bad person. But if we're talking about the quality of a person in a situation, I think she's a bad person. Like, she's a bad person to hang out with, I
Yeah, I
think.
wouldn't hang out with her for anything.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a version of this universe where me and Trisha Paytas are friends.
No.
She's
Me
too
either.
she's too crazy. She's crazy and petty and bitchy, and that's a no. That's
Too trashy for me.
yeah, she's trash. That's the only new shit I've been doing in podcasts.
Alright. I was recommended a new podcast, which is not on YouTube for some stupid reason. It's called Lore. I don't know if you've heard of it. Apparently, it's kind of a big deal, I guess. I don't know. And it's a podcast where this dude just kind of it's one dude. At least at the point I've listened to like 4 episodes because they're really short at the beginning, like 20 minutes, and now I think he's at like 40 something minutes. But he just talks about where like supernatural stuff comes from, I guess. Like historically, like what inspired vampires and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. Really interesting stuff if you're into historical and superstitious things.
Does he rap about it?
No, he's got one of those voices that's very like I'm surprised these aren't just YouTube videos, because he's like one of those dudes that's just like a really good speaker, like keeps your attention. He's talking about stuff that he's obviously passionate about, but it's also still very clinical. Like a teacher that enjoys their subject.
It sounds cool.
But yeah, so podcast app of some kind will have it.
Nope.
Unfortunately, not on YouTube.
Not doing it.
I'm gonna email them and tell them to put them on YouTube, because then I can listen to them at work and have them on a playlist.
I don't even listen to Joe Rogan now that he's not on YouTube anymore. I'm fucking picking up a new podcast. That actually sounds interesting, but I don't want to. Does Stitcher and shit have fucking ads and whatnot?
Only like between podcasts. They don't like just plop it in the middle somewhere.
Alright. I don't know. That sounds like a really cool podcast. I might check that out.
Yeah, and the big difference between this one and Joe Rogan's podcast is that it's like, I don't know, 10 times shorter.
That's fair. That sometimes feels like a waste of time, though. Yeah, short
I
content.
agree.
Short content. If it's too short, it just I don't have to pick the. If it's over, I have to pick another thing to listen to.
Yeah. That's why I want it on YouTube in a playlist.
Yeah, so just goes to the next thing.
Because I can't listen to them at work because I can't do anything with my phone until I'm on break. So, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I stopped listening to Dear Hank and John because they left YouTube, and I love the Vlogbrothers. And the Anthropocene Reviewed is really, really, really funny, but it's also not on YouTube, so I don't want to go to SoundCloud.
I don't know why they don't just put this stuff on YouTube. It makes no sense, especially with the Vlogbrothers.
YouTube icons. You've left your
The creators
platform.
of VidCon.
Yeah, dude, just come back to us. Put the Vlogbrothers is still a great channel, but man, I want to see the other shit too. Put it back on fucking YouTube. I don't want to go way off the beaten path. Like, I might actually just read the Anthropocene Reviewed because he's publishing all those in a book. And that's it's more worth it to me. I mean, dude, that'd be the ultimate irony if he reads his own audiobook about he puts out a book that is the collection of essays that makes up his podcast, and then he reads the audiobook.
I feel like they would just make a compilation of the podcast.
Yeah, you could just cut that together. Just
The weirdest audiobook ever made.
you just leave. Yeah, it's also the easiest audiobook to make. All the recording's done.
Yeah?
Some shithead director that has notes makes him do it again. Fire that guy.
Can we get that just a little bit angrier, I guess? This is an essay.
Do you guys want to make quick, easy money, or do you want to make John Green read all these again? Assholes.
Yeah, John Green was just on Philip DeFranco's podcast.
Yeah, I watched that last night.
I haven't watched it yet. It's on my list. I'll watch it on Monday.
It was a good conversation, I guess.
Yeah, well.
It was nice to hear John Green outside of a Vlogbrothers video, because the Vlogbrothers videos are very scripted, and they're always trying to mount some kind of point, and they've been doing it for 14 years, and they do 2 episodes a week, and it's just like, how many points can you fucking make?
A lot. There are so many points.
So they get to a lot of them, but why can't? That's what I miss about Dear Hank and John, and fuck it, I might leave YouTube just to go listen to those, but just hearing them, I like those guys, and it's nice to hear them, but then they left YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't even, going outside of YouTube for script notes is a tall order.
I get it. I have similar problems with Dungeons and Daddies. Gotta put that shit on YouTube.
Stupid dick butts. Fucking idiots. Dick fucking fuck bitches. Stupid dicks.
I mean, I guess it just depends on what you want, man. Like,
Money.
if you want money, you don't want to put it on YouTube. You want it elsewhere with better ad rates.
Yeah, that's what Ethan was just telling a Twitch streamer that bombed their stream the other day. The streamer asked him, why don't you put this on Twitch? And Ethan's like, I'll be honest with you. Twitch was paying me money to stream there at the beginning, and then our contract came up for renewal, and then they didn't want to pay me as much money as I wanted to make, and then YouTube was offering more money, so we went back to YouTube.
There you go.
It's all about money.
Yeah. It's and see, I just want my shit everywhere. I want it all over.
Yeah, because the most valuable thing that's ever going to happen is having an audience, and to do that you need exposure. So
Exactly. Like once I start putting out the stuff on the Zach of Idea channel, I'm putting all that shit up on Patreon as well for free. Like there will be like paid stuff there, but it's more just because like if something gets blocked on YouTube, it's not getting blocked on Patreon. You know?
And if it gets blocked on Patreon, it won't be blocked
Well,
on
it's
your
over on OnlyFans.
Yeah, we were getting
And Pornhub.
You fucking pissed if something gets blocked on OnlyFans.
It's like the only place they can't block it.
And that's gonna come one day. The DMCA takedowns will get so extreme that it's just like, I make content with other people's music on OnlyFans, and they're gonna be like, no, you don't. Blocked.
Well, yeah, there's some shit that's trying to go through right now about turning the copyright. What the fuck's it called? You get busted for copyright shit. They're trying to turn that into a felony. They're trying to put that through as a felony.
For DMCA shit?
Yep.
That's no. There's a lot that we need to reform about our legal system and law enforcement, and just the
Definitely.
idea of a felony is, yeah, if you're not doing a violent crime, you don't need to go to jail. That's stupid.
Yep,
And
sure
a felony
is.
can affect your employment record, and you can get DMCA'd for somebody else playing music in the background.
Yep.
Crazy. And if I'm on Pornhub, what am I supposed to fuck to? Royalty-free music sucks.
How am I supposed to get hard to this at all?
Can't get hard to this.
You just gotta wear headphones.
Dude,
Gross.
even... Yeah.
I'm just thinking a fucking like porn video where the only sound is just like the flesh. And then like in the background you hear like the earphones in the distance, you just hear the little tiny bit of music.
I prefer my porn to not have music.
I don't have the audio on normally.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah, isn't that a
It's
weird
not
life
super
hack?
necessary.
You could just watch the GIFs. You could just scroll through the Pornhub feed and watch the GIFs. And be like, yeah, that's hot. That's good for me.
There's too many sounds in porn that just ruin it for me. Dudes
Yeah.
moaning.
Dudes
That's
moaning,
one of them.
2 minutes of all the production studios that went into this porn.
You know you can fast forward, right?
You can, but then you might skip an important part of the story, and then you don't know what's happening.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, and then there's also the story. I don't want to hear that, especially if they don't put incest in the title. Because when they put incest in the title, I won't click on it. But then sometimes you get a couple minutes in, and it's just a little bit of incest.
Yeah, and then they're just suddenly, oh. Out of nowhere, you're like, ah, dang it, I thought they were just friends.
Dude, I miss when you people would just erupt into Gangnam Style without telling me. I'm sick of this incest shit.
Surprise incest. There's probably a Reddit for that.
Yeah, that's why I've gone to cam girls, really. But cam girls listen to too much rap music, and I don't like that. For all I know, I've heard the Hamilton soundtrack. I don't know.
That would be weird.
Strip into Hamilton.
I want that to be. We gotta write that into something. That's a funny joke right there.
Yeah, that's probably funnier than surprise incest.
That would be like a top tier Family Guy cutaway.
Strip into Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
It'd probably be funnier if I had heard any Hamilton. I don't know these songs.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I had heard like two, not really parodies, but like the music was the same with like different words that somebody did. And I had heard those as like Twitch emotes. So that was pretty weird. But I didn't know it was from Hamilton. So I guess there was a little familiarity there when I was watching it. So I'm like, oh, okay. I like this. I've been conditioned to like this. So I don't know.
Society keeps insisting it's good, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll watch it later tonight. It's dark. I keep feeling like it's 8 p.m. It's probably like 6.
7:23.
Oh, okay. It is almost 8.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I think it's almost 7:24.
Yeah. I mean, it's approaching 7:25 as we speak.
Oh, damn.
So what else did you listen to? You've been listening to lore?
Yes. I went back and I've listened to all of Eskimo Callboy's discography. Freaking great. Love them.
Whack.
So that's good stuff.
I didn't. I kind of felt like I was gonna. I didn't do Eskimo Callboy. I did a couple of their singles after you recommended them a few podcasts ago. But I was kind of digging for a minute. Like I was trying to look for more hardcore, pop punk, more metalcore ish.
Yeah.
And I went down the wrong road and wound up listening to Story of the Year again. Man, I feel like when the first time you recommended Story of the Year to me, we had a disagreement about which one was their best album. And I listened to the one that I thought was their best album again, and I think you were right. That album's not... Where the fuck is my phone? It's somewhere on the bed. Yeah. Shit. Well, that's not a very productive point. Did you listen to anything else? Fuck Story of the Year.
I'll stand by their first two albums. The Used had an album come out this year as well. Check that out. What up?
I said holy shit. I just didn't know they were still making music.
Yeah, I found out a couple years ago when I looked them up and realized, holy shit, they're still going. And since then, they've put out like 3 more albums.
Fuck.
Which I've gone back and listened to like all their stuff. I jumped off of, I think it was the 2010 album, because I was like, ew, I don't like this at all. It was an album called Artwork. But the rest of it, I went back and listened to, and it's like all pretty damn good until their latest album, which came out, which is hilariously called Heartwork. And I don't really like that one either.
Well, damn. Time to jump off again.
Yep, bet their next album's going to be good, though. At least that's the trend. Basically, every 10 years they'll put out a bad one.
Yeah, I was still looking for more, not Swedish sounding, not Swedish like the country, but super sweet pop punk. And I went and listened to Appeal for Reason from Rise Against.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a teenager-ass record. Yeah, that singer's a little whiny, and, yeah, I don't think that record aged that well. You know, I liked it fine, but you know what? If you were thinking about going back, you'd pick something else.
I actually did go back to Rise Against a few weeks ago because I wanted to play something fast on the drums. And Appeal to Reason, that was their 2008 record, right? With, like, Entertainment on it.
Yes, it's one of their older ones.
Yeah. I remember when that one came out, I really liked it.
A lot of people did. It brought a lot of kids to pop punk that did not listen to Blink.
Yeah, because it is more aggressive than Blink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, like I went back to that record because I remember it being one of my favorites, and it is a lot. It's more simple than I want it to be. Is I think how I would say it. Might just be because I played it a lot when it first came out, so I'm just bored of it. But yeah, I agree with that.
It's
I will
not
say,
bad.
Siren's Song of the Counterculture, went back to that one as well. Better. It's way more aggressive, and I dig that more. So
I might check that out. I don't know how much of that dude's voice I can take in one day, but I might check that out.
yeah,
Because I definitely remember that was back when we had Pandora stations. I played those two records quite a bit. I had stations for each of those. Because you know, Pandora, it's all gonna be Limp Bizkit, or sorry, not Linkin Park or Katy Perry eventually, but
It's true.
yep.
And that's why Pandora's not around anymore, because everyone got tired of Katy Perry and Linkin Park.
They're still around.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. Don't they have ads? Yeah, there's ads on Pandora. I was gonna go back. I was thinking about Pandora the other day, because Joe Rogan's finally officially moved to Spotify. That he's not uploading to YouTube anymore, and I was like, I'm gonna go start a fucking Pandora station. Bullshit. I punked out on it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they run ads and shit. I don't want to listen to ads.
Yeah. I cannot stand ads. Can't do it. They make me irrationally angry.
Yeah.
I
Even a
accidentally
good
pulled
read.
my auxiliary cord out while I was in my car, and AM radio came on,
No.
and it all sounds like ads, and I almost lost my mind.
Was it News Radio 1000?
Maybe.
That's
I
what
don't
my
know.
dad used
It
to
wasn't
listen
there
to.
that long.
That's what my dad used to get all of his Republican conspiracies from.
Gross.
Yep.
Now that's what
AM.
Twitter's for.
Yeah, we used to listen to Mark Levin while we were reloading ammo.
I don't know who that guy is, but I like that you were reloading ammo.
He's a crazy. He's not just Fox News. He's AM radio. He's another. He's like Rush Limbaugh, but for the evenings.
So I'm picturing Rush Limbaugh plus Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, he's a much
What,
more
really?
agreeable. Yeah, less loud. He's got kind of a older guy cadence. He's like a Larry King type of guy, but then he's also very calmly stating some of the things that Rush Limbaugh screams. And then that was a lot of evenings for us in 2007, 2008ish, just in the garage, reloading ammunition, while Dad gets convinced that there's going to be a civil war over Obama's election. Yeah, good Republican upbringing.
Hell yeah. Y'all have a meth lab as well?
No.
I just picture you guys sitting at a table with like an overhead light and you're sitting there loading guns. The table's just covered in guns, and then there's a meth lab behind you.
Oh, a reloading party's not loading weapons. It's you take spent shell casings and you put new bullets in them. So there's a tap and die press that you have to use to put the primer in, and then you
Okay.
fill it with gunpowder. You have to measure the gunpowder, weigh all that out, put it
Yeah,
in.
I've seen that done before. That's just not
Yeah.
what it sounded like.
No, that's a reloading. That's what I mean. We were reloading ammo. we were making bullets.
It's like if this was a party where you guys are having to reload a bunch of guns, there's got to be a lot of guns if that's what you're there for.
There's gotta be so many guns that we gotta load up. No, we were making ammunition in the garage, because it was cheaper that way. One, we shot quite a bit, and then two, somebody had looked up the federal statutes, and it was like you could have 10,000 rounds per person in a household. And they were just like, yeah, we should go ahead and stockpile ammo, but we're definitely not going to go buy boxes of ammo. Anybody who goes shooting, sweep up the shell casings, bring them back, and then we'll reload the ammo.
Huh.
Yeah, and I think we've actually shot all of that ammo since then, but fuck, dude, we used to sit in the garage and, like, just reload ammo all day. I've probably made thousands of bullets. I don't think we ever got to 10,000, but, you know, we made a fucking lot of bullets while we listened to conservatives say insane things.
That's fun.
Yeah,
I never did any of that.
nice little pastiche to growing up in Crazy Town.
Yeah. Our bullets were just already bullets, so...
Reloading ammunition's actually super fun, because you have to deburr the edges too. There's tools for that, because you can't just have frayed, fucked up bullets go into a gun.
Yeah.
You have to. There's a lot. There's actually quite a bit. It actually takes a little bit of work to make ammunition.
Yeah.
You're still buying slugs and powder. It's not like it's not like in the Patriot where Mel Gibson is using a die set and melting lead toys. But
Man, I barely remember that movie.
we watched it during quarantine because John's a big Mel Gibson fan.
I know.
Yeah, that's actually it wasn't that bad. The hardest part about that movie was them skirting slaves.
Them what?
them skirting the slavery issue.
Oh, slavery. So I thought you said skirting flames, and I'm like, what the fuck? Slaves.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the old Confederate movies always had to touch on that. You're gonna be a free man type of thing, or there's a white guy who starts out hating black guys, but then the black guy earns their respect by fighting and not rapping.
Like in American History X, yeah.
Yeah. And then Mel Gibson owns a plantation in The Patriot, and he has workers on his property that are black. But then once the British are like, "Are you his slaves?" He's like, "No, sir. Mr. Mel Gibson pays us a wage. We're employees." And then they still
less weapons for you.
They still had the black guy who was not literate, who had to have the white guy read the poster about joining the army to get his freedom. And then at the end, that racist ass white guy had to turn around and be like, "Hey man, you're all right. Let's go die."
Wow.
Yeah, that movie's good. And then there's also that giant man, racial relationships in this country have been so bad, and it's all because of white people.
Yeah.
We used to treat them like shit in movies, dude. You
Yeah.
should treat history as just
Not
something.
very long ago at all.
Yeah, that was 99.
It's crazy.
It's fucking... It might have been actually the early 2000s, man. That might have come out at the same time as a My Chemical Romance record. And they were just, like, not dealing with slavery in these Civil War movies. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Fucking Mel Gibson.
It's madness.
That has very little to do with Rise Against or The Used, but yeah.
But hey, you watched a thing and you talked about it.
I did. It felt good. Stupid Mel Gibson.
Ugh, Mel Gibson.
I like him. I like his movies.
I don't even...
Dude, Braveheart, Patriot, fucking Lethal Weapon, bro. Mad Max. Actually, the first Mad Max was really goddamn boring. But also Mel Gibson's cool. I mean, other than his whole he went.
Other than his lifestyle.
He said some things about the Jews, pretty regrettable, but his movies are good.
You know, I don't know. I don't think I've really ever, fully enjoyed a Mel Gibson movie. I don't know if that's because I just haven't seen a lot of them. But, I can't think of a Mel Gibson movie where I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great movie. That's something that I want to watch.
I'll save you some time. It's all of them. Except for the first Mad Max. It was really boring.
I mean, that's kind of the only one that, the Mad Max series is kind of the only one where, I think that's where I lean the most towards I would want to watch.
It's an interesting cinematic moment, and there's a lot of cool stuff in it. There's actually...
I haven't seen the first one. I've seen 2 and 3, and then Fury Road didn't have him in it. But, I just haven't seen the first one of that.
The first Mad Max was impossibly long and very pointless and very boring. And at the end of it, it was so bad, me and John couldn't stop laughing at how bad it was.
Huh?
And it took like, oh my god, dude. The movie's only 2 hours, but I swear to God, we checked our watches like 6 times. Watches. Nobody has fucking watches. This sounds like I'm lying. But
I have a watch.
dude, stupid. Get rid of that. It's fucking
I
contagious.
can't take my phone out of my pocket at work.
Dumb. Yeah, that movie's about 8 hours too long. It feels like it takes forever. Is Mad Max on your list?
It is not, but I will add it.
Oh, I hope for your sake that the RNG doesn't pull the first Mad Max movie. It's so fucking long.
Well, I'm gonna watch them in order, so I'll put them all on the list, and then if one of them is chosen, I'll watch the first one.
You're not gonna make it all the way to the end.
And
There's
then
no
move
way.
on. I don't know. I've watched some pretty fucking boring movies.
There's no way. Cause me and John was like, dude, it was almost like which one of us can do the most push-ups. Like it was that kind of competition to get to the end of that fucking movie. I mean, John was ready to tap out. He did not want to finish the movie. He was so upset at how bad it was, and he was tired. He wanted to go to bed, and I was just like, dude, I'm gonna make it to the end of Mad Max. Let's light another cigar. It was like, God, it seems like we smoked 6 cigars waiting for that fucking movie to end. Usually a movie is a cigar. Like, that can be an experience. You could just have a cigar in a movie. But, no. That was, God, so fucking slow, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not making any points about it, but fuck that movie. Fucking stupid.
And as for all the other Mel Gibson movies, I probably saw them when I was too young and they bored the shit out of me, and now I just think of them as boring.
That's fair.
Like Braveheart, I hear it's great, but I just think of it as, I remember being super bored by that.
It's longer. Yeah. All of his movies are actually pretty long.
Yeah, and then the ones he directed, you know, not super interested in them.
Yeah.
Except he did Hacksaw Ridge, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I am interested in seeing that one more than fucking Passion of the Christ or Apocalypto.
Now, Apocalypto is definitely one of John's favorite movies, and that is long. It is still a very exciting piece of cinema, but there's no English the whole time. So, I mean, I know that doesn't bother everybody, but it bothered me a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Apocalypto is actually really good.
What is it even about? Isn't it like war-ish?
Sorta.
Like people with spears or whatever?
Yes, Zach, there are people with spears. No,
well, I said war-ish, and I didn't want you to think I was getting it mixed up with Apocalypse Now. So
that's fair. No, it's about a tribe of I guess you would call them Mexican Indians, the Mezos, that are invaded and captured by the Aztecs, and then they are taken to the Aztec temple where you see all the decapitations and shit. It's really interesting because the story arc is about a guy trying to get back to his family because, you know, it's a Mel Gibson movie. What are you going to do? But it just really takes a super in-depth look at this ancient culture and vividly portraying the Aztecs and the horrors that they rained on people. Because if Mel Gibson's going to make a historically accurate movie, he needs to shit on some kind of Indian. And then, spoiler at the end, there's some Europeans. A lot of the moments that happen in the film are super stand out. It's just like Mel Gibson really has the ability to direct and create impactful moments in interesting places and interesting ways. But yeah, and weirdly enough, for it being spoken entirely in what might be a dead language, there's still Mel Gibson type dialogue in it. There's Mel Gibson and Tim Allen have a way of looking next to somebody while they're eating and then saying some kind of dad joke, and I feel like that came through in the ancient Aztec culture still, while they were passing down lessons of how to become a man and be a warrior. But
Huh.
yeah, Apocalypto is really good. Uh, if you can, uh, you don't have to read that many subtitles. Frankly, there's not that much speaking. It's basically a silent film, but it's really good. It's really good.
All right.
Yeah, do that one before you do Mad fucking Max. The movie sucks.
Well, we'll see if RN Jesus looks down favorably on me.
Just do that one. That one's actually just a good movie.
Yeah, but I have a lot of on my list filled with good movies, apparently.
Okay, well, don't put Patriot and Braveheart on there then.
I
Since
will.
you've already muddied the water with Mad Max 1. Yeah. RN Jesus wants you to see a Mel Gibson thing. It should probably be Apocalypto.
Or Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, I heard that was good. I didn't watch it though.
Yeah. I don't know. What else? What else? Oh, I ordered a MIDI controller keyboard thingy.
Is it a Kai?
So I have that now. No. What do you mean?
Is it M Audio?
It is MIDI Plus. That's what it is.
I mean, they're all Chinese brands, but that's a Chinese sounding brand.
MIDI Plus USB MIDI keyboard controller.
Has it got drum pads on it?
Nope, it's a keyboard.
Has it got mini keys?
I sure did.
The little keys. I hate the little keys.
32 mini size key thing. Yeah, I haven't done anything with it yet, but I'm planning on it.
Did you get Reaper to work?
Not yet. I got this so that I can go ahead and figure that out, though. So I'm gonna do that either later tonight or tomorrow. Fuck around with it a little bit. I'm actually thinking about re-recording some Ransack songs now that I have that album that I got from TJ. There's a couple things I've played along with, and I'm like, wow, I hate the drums and I hate the rhythms in this in a few of these songs, and I really want to redo them. So I'm gonna try and just remake a few songs in Reaper using a keyboard and virtual instruments.
That's gonna be a challenge.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
should be fun. They'll be the genre will be different probably.
I was gonna say you would learn a lot about music theory, trying to remake TJ's bass lines on a keyboard.
Yeah.
It's not that hard of a theory to understand, but just finding those notes. I mean, if you could find those notes on a bass and then you had to put them on a timeline, you would still have to be like, all right, so each string's separated by a fourth, and then there's a fourth, and then a step. It'd be hard.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I'll just
Adam-
figure out what the notes are, figure out how to play them, just do it one piece at a time. Should be cool.
It would be easy for Adam Neely or Rick Beato to do it, but that would take some time.
Yeah. I also completely forgot that not all keys are weighted, so that made me kind of sad.
Yep, those keyboards are not really meant for pianists, or at least not for
Yeah.
serious piano playing. I don't. Even you can actually go pretty expensive and still not get weighted keys.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be a big deal because I'm not going to be treating this like a normal keyboard because it's not one. But yeah, it just kind of shocked me how these keys are.
How much was your controller?
Like $30.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I was shocked I spent $100 on the Akai MIDI one, and then those keys super sucked.
Yeah, it happens.
It had the drum pad on it. It had a pitch wheel on it.
Oh yeah, I got a pitch wheel as well.
It's pretty necessary depending on what instrument you're trying to emulate, because MIDI's not good at doing things like slides and stuff, or slow vamps. You can program that stuff in after you've played it on the keys or you've put it into the timeline, but you have to. It's called automating when you do that. When you go in and manually edit a piece of the track to change its pitch or shit like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to figure all that out. Now it sounds hard again.
It's crazy with the hump, getting over the hill to understanding how to make this work basically in its fundamental, like what the fuck is happening with the program. I watched just a refresher on Reaper. I watched an hour and a half tutorial on the basics of Reaper the other day. And yeah, that it doesn't make any sense at all until it clicks in, and then it becomes pretty smooth.
All right. Well, I will. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you're smart. You'll get it.
Yeah, I was gonna get a new computer. That didn't end up happening. It was just a little bit short for anything that would have been useful. So instead, I just got work done on my car.
What'd you get done?
Had to get new serpentine belts and a new wheel. Except now they're like, your struts are bad. I need to get those done. It'll be like $700.
They'll always find something.
Yeah, this makes sense though, because my car has been riding really bad, and I thought it was because, well, bent, apparently one of my wheels was bent somehow. And now it's like, it's slightly better, but there's still like issues, and it's like struts make sense. It's part of the fucking support of the car. That's why it would feel shitty. Ugh.
Whack.
Yep. Went and spent $450 to get that shit done, and now they're like, struts, that's $700, and your brakes sometime soon as well.
Wait, $450 for a serpentine belt and a wheel?
For 2 serpentine belts and a wheel, yep.
There's only one serpentine belt.
Nope, these 2 of them.
There's a timing belt, but the serpentine belt's the serpentine belt.
Yeah, there's multiple.
Anyway, them shits are only $10, and they come with a chart. You just put that on yourself.
Yeah, probably. I thought about it, but I don't trust myself. I barely trust myself to change my fucking tire. I'm like, the wheel's gonna fall off. I just know it. I didn't do it right.
Well, you need a big fuck off. It depends on which system you have for your serpentine belt, which is there's only one. There's either going to be a.
Well, according to the mechanic people, there was 2. Did they rip me off? Maybe. It was Firestone. I don't know. Do they rip people off?
There's other belts on shit, sure. But yeah, you could get stuck in a weird spot if you. So the tension wheel is either going to be moved by a giant thing that you can put a wrench on, or something that you're going to have to put a socket wrench into. And if you don't have tools that make that easy for you, you could wind up not able to put the new belt on, and then your car won't run.
Yeah, I literally only have a screwdriver. So
it would still be cheaper for you to go buy a set of wrenches and a serpentine belt than it would have been to let them give you a fake serpentine belt. But
I wish we had more listeners so that they could tell us whether or not which one of us is wrong.
I'm right, dude. I've done a dozen serpentine belts. I know exactly where it goes.
Well, why didn't you
There's-
tell me that?
There's other belts on the car, but
No, I know.
Yeah, no, there's only one serpentine belt.
Well, okay. According to them, there was two. So.
Yeah, it goes.
So one of you is lying to me.
It goes around a handful of specific things, and if you can't have two serpentine, because it's supposed to run off the rotation of the engine, go around the air compress, go around everything that the engine would power. There's a wheel that the serpentine belt connects to it, including the alternator and all that shit. So it should only
but
be
my car has
connected to
two.
one point.
My car has two engines, though.
Okay, well then that makes sense. If you have two engines, if you have two engines and two alternators and two,
Yeah, my car is actually just two cars.
Your car is two cars, which is why you have two serpentine belts. It makes a lot of sense. I don't know. Maybe it's something specific with your model. There's so many cars and they've done so many things. I actually found out I have electric power steering instead of pneumatic. When I was having the power issue with my car.
I didn't know electric, that was a thing.
Yeah, there's electric power steering in the world. It's not common. The 2005 Chevy Malibu has it. And if your battery's dying, the wheel just jerks.
Well then.
Yeah.
That seems like a bad idea.
If you're having an electrical power issue and you turn the wheel too far, instead of the wheel doesn't move very well or it moves very difficult, in a normal car, if your power steering goes out, it's fucking hard to turn the wheel. In an electrical power steering car, when you get the wheel to the edge of its turn ability, it feels like there's an electrical shock and the wheel jerks against you.
Yeah, that's
it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
I see why they don't have it often.
Yeah. That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, because I don't have to replace my power steering fluid as far as I'm aware, but if my power steering goes out, I can't power through that. I can't toughen up and just turn the wheel extra hard. The car is kind of inoperable.
Yeah, when my power steering was out, that shit fucking sucked.
You get buff.
Yeah, man. Whenever we were roommates living on the Rue Lane, that fucking black Pontiac that I had when I first got it, like within the first month or so, the power steering just went out completely. That was a bad time.
Yeah, the 20s have been bad. Life has been bad. Kind of hoping for a dope 30s, but kind of got a couple of years to get there. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm already there. It's not that great.
God,
Unfortunately, my 30s started during the pandemic.
Ew.
The big 3-0.
You're
all by
30
myself.
and you watched Hamilton. Old bitch.
Hey, I'm just a basic white bitch, alright?
Are you pumpkin
I'm also
spicing yet?
Do what?
Are you pumpkin spicing yet?
Oh yeah, I'm drinking pumpkin spice rum. No. Nope. I got some creamer a while ago. I can't find it anymore. I don't know why.
That's weird. It is less popular than it used to be. Of course, Walmart has its own brand that we've mentioned is like taking zinc and jizzing everywhere. It's so thick.
Delicious.
Crest almost always has International Delight, which is the preferred brand. I prefer that over Coffee Mate. My surprise thing is that Winco for 2 years in a row has not been carrying pumpkin spice creamer. We've talked about this. There's no reason to retread this. They have peppermint. They have peppermint creamer.
Oh yeah.
Why the fuck would you? Why would you want your coffee to taste like toothpaste? It's fucking stupid.
Because you brush your teeth before you drink it.
I brush my teeth before coffee always.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but coffee kills toothpaste taste immediately. It's not like drinking orange juice.
Yeah. I get it. I drink coffee after I brush my teeth as well.
There's a lot of people that wait until they're done drinking coffee to brush their teeth.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? You don't need coffee later than... You people are fucking weird. I drink coffee at work.
Yeah, there's almost no point in assuming that you're going to have good breath at any point in the day.
Yeah. I also chew gum all day. So that way when I'm wearing my mask, my eyes dry out from the menthol.
Do you do sugar-free gum?
I don't know. Yes. Yeah. Extra long-lasting flavor. Sugar-free gum. Yep.
Oh, extra's pretty good. Anyway,
Yes.
I didn't really listen to any new records. There's a new Jeff Rosenstock track out, but I haven't hit it up yet. I don't think is anyone putting out music right now. Anyone put out a new record?
Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, no one wants to listen to that.
Everyone wants to listen to that. and it's kind of funny. I actually found out the first song off of that. It's called Dear Diary, and it's based off of Resident Evil. Like, it actually has, like, some of the lyrics are shit that you find in a diary in Resident Evil. So that's kind of interesting.
It's cute.
Yeah.
I went back and listened to the old Foo Fighters records.
All of them? Has it been 3 years?
Self-titled, I've Got Nothing Left to Lose, It's All For You, and The Shape, or The Color in the Shape. I listened to those 4.
The Color and the Shape is my favorite.
It's got that Monkey Wrench, it's got that Everlong, it's got a lot of hits, bro.
It's got that awful Hero song, though.
Yes, I did actually skip that.
I can't stand that fucking song.
Yeah, because it's 8 minutes.
Is it really?
No, it's 4.5, but
That's way too
it's
long.
still fucking. What's like? Do you want the truth? You want me to lie to you? It's at least half as long as Mad Max. Like, it's just a painfully long chorus.
Yeah, and it's boring. It's a boring fucking song.
But I actually found myself really liking the debut album, which I didn't have as much appreciation for when it came out. Because Foo Fighters, the debut self-title.
From like 96?
Yeah, because it was
Okay.
too soft when I heard it when I was in 2003. It was.
I agree.
Yeah, but now I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed listening to it the other day. Made me appreciate the newer, or the older Foo Fighters records, because Foo Fighters was on Saturday Night Live not long ago, and Dave Grohl was singing in a slow timbre, and he had a chorus behind him, and it was just like they were trying to be sexy, and they're a dad band, and Dave
Nah,
Grohl,
they're great.
you can't. You're not allowed to try to be sexy, Mr. Grohl. You're too old now. All right?
He's still sexy though.
Your kids are teenagers. You can't just have black women behind you trying to sing a chorus like that. I don't know what's up, bro. I mean, the last few albums people haven't been that excited by, man. And I still haven't. You've been saying that you're going to make this Teenage Time Waster album with Corey Taylor forever, and I don't think it's come out yet. And I've been excited for that since 2012. So, stop doing what you're doing and get back to doing that.
Yeah, get back to work, Dave Grohl, you lazy bitch.
Quit getting into drum fights with little girls on Twitter and fucking...
Or more of them, who knows?
I mean, it was cute, but first of all, you won. Don't tell that bitch she fucking won. You kicked her ass. You're a way better drummer than that little girl.
Yeah, man versus toddler, come on.
I mean, I can't play any of them Crooked Vulture songs on any instrument, but you kicked her ass. And
yeah.
also, let's get another Them Crooked Vultures record before John Paul Jones dies.
Yeah, that would be interesting. They only ever did that one, and fuck, when was that? 2007?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about how old the Foo Fighters are. Yeah, 96.
Yeah.
He put out that. He didn't even really put out the first Foo Fighters record. There were some cassettes floating around, and then it kind of blew up.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that somewhere.
He was talking about it in one of the several Foo Fighters documentaries.
Yeah, but I'm like, when did I ever watch a fucking Foo Fighters documentary?
Back when we used
Yeah,
to
it was
have
probably
things like
on
Fuse
Fuse
TV.
at some point. Yeah.
That's exactly where I saw that.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of Foo Fighters as well because I was curious about if I could play anything by them. The answer on that is kind of sometimes. But I went and listened to One by One again. That's a good album. Tasty 2002.
Good year. Solid vintage.
Yep, good stuff. I remember you playing that shit on the guitar a lot.
Oh, you wouldn't listen to the single, or is that the name of the
No,
record?
the album.
Oh,
It's both.
yeah, yeah. I used to play the single on the guitar quite a bit. I also used to play Everlong quite a bit.
And see, that was one that I was curious about wanting to play because it's a fucking. I remember it being tough. And you know what? It's because it's tough. Can't do it. Too hard. I give up.
I can play it in Rock Band if I have cymbals, and I can play it on a desk sometimes.
All right. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Shit's just weird.
Yeah, I remember one time you got mad because we watched we said we watched an amputee. It was Facebook video, way ancient. An amputee play it, and you're like, no fucking way you could play that song without arms. And he had like fake drumstick arms that were rubberized in his bouncing form. It's
I don't remember this at all.
I remember it because it seemed like you were upset that other people could play Everlong on drums, and I was just like, every time I think about an amputee playing Everlong, I think about Zach being a little mad.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. Oh. What an asshole I was, apparently.
Yeah. This guy had no arms.
Fuck that guy with no arms. He's cheating. He's a liar. There's no way you can do that.
Well, his arms were cut off above the elbow, and he had prosthetic.
Well, then I
drumsticks.
stand by what I said.
Yes.
Physics don't work that way.
It was pretty crazy because he was also like, I couldn't tell if he was a midget or if he had too many limbs missing, but it seemed like he was covering a lot of distance and using a lot of energy to ride the hi-hats and then get down to the snare. That song.
I want to find this video now.
This guy, dude, I'm sure if you type in amputee Everlong, it's one of them you'll get something. The fuck's my phone?
Amputee Everlong.
There's my phone.
Yeah, well, here it seems to be the very first one. Cornel Hriska Munn. Oh damn, he's playing guitar as well.
Oh,
That's
fuck that
dope.
guy.
I'm like, that's dope. You're like, fuck that guy. How the tables have turned.
The little girl that got in the drum battle with Dave Grohl's the second result, Nandy Bushell.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't watch the video. I saw it pop up a lot, but yeah, that's crazy, man. What the shit? This isn't not familiar to me at all, but that's crazy.
Yeah, can you tell if he's a midget or not? Not that it matters.
I don't know.
Just seems small.
Yeah, but it's also kind of hard to tell what the perspective is here. Behind a drum set, it's hard to tell. Alright. I think I'm about to run out of recording time on the memory card.
Whack, bro.
This is going to be our longest podcast.
Is it really?
At like 3 hours and 28 minutes right now.
Shit. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's I didn't feel that long. Whack. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's a good season 1 finale, I guess.
Yeah, man, y'all go check out more Mel Gibson movies. I was not prepared. Letterkenny comes out 20 20 26